And it went. I already turned my sound down, so we should be good.
I didn't.
I was going to come say hi to y'all, but
I don't know what the hell that means.
I don't wait in line to shake anyone's hand. Hopefully I'll catch y'all at the next one.
I have no idea what that means because there was no line and there was no handshaking.
Nope. No,
Well, I mean, I shook a bunch of hands, but sure as hell wasn't gonna. Are we not doing things? What are we doing here?
we're doing things.
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything.
Well,
we're live in things. Maybe you're not.
It says wait. Oh, there we are.
get it together.
How long have you been doing this?
I'm gonna fart on your leg. Your Kia. Hello, ladies. What's up, bud?
Hello.
What's up, fellers?
Good
Pulled pork.
evening.
Fallen. Hello, sir. It's good seeing you this weekend. I did miss you.
Would you like your water?
Yes. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No,
So
Nicely. Get your water out of my way.
yeah, right.
Move your shit.
That's the polite. Hey, you're in my way.
I got a new set of visions.
Hello, John.
Hi.
Bill.
Bill.
Thanks again for cooking this weekend.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yep.
Even though you yelled at me because I wouldn't eat it fast enough. That's fine. It's okay.
It's fine.
I didn't cry or anything in my sleep.
Stickers.
Does it sound okay? Open? I'm assuming. Nobody said that we sound like a hot dog in the hallway or whatever that is.
8 Lug, hello.
Hey.
Jay Fitch is here. Ryan Davis is here. Hello.
How was BTC? It was a shit show.
It was great.
Give us just a little bit for everybody to
Yep.
kind of get in here and we will discuss all of the BTC things.
James Prill, welcome.
Am I crazy or are we really hard Doug's way right now?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, move it.
While we wait to get to the...
Great.
Yep, Doug is back.
Well, there's that. But
Anyway, that's how I was like.
I have noticed the F9 Pro axles
Huh.
have a different fill cap than the Phoenix and everything.
Is it smaller?
Gotcha.
It looks a little smaller and it's just round.
Oh, there's no nubs.
Yeah.
Oh. Boing, boing, boing. Cool.
Is that one scratched too?
Which one?
Yep.
bit.
Yep, she's used to.
I used them before he even got to them. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay says it was a mud fest, but I had a blast.
This will be in the Beat the Creek video number 7 that I have. I started laying those out today in my mind, and then I got home looking for stuff to do tonight, and I was like laying them out, and I was like, okay, this goes here, and then I can put a truck in each one of them. I got like 6 videos. I'm gonna just basically drop one like every 3 days. I got.
I'm telling my grandkids it was Woodstock.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Like the OG or like the 90...
99 was a shit show
99,
too, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there were no fires here.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
And the riots were
There were rioting.
on the Facebook page.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Apparently, I'm gonna need other people's tools today.
Hey, you know what you didn't do? You didn't swap one of my other shocks to the other side as well.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, you know.
It's okay. I still love you.
Jason says, great time even with the rain. Great to see people like Doug and Jordan and finally getting to meet the doctor.
Did you?
The doctor's great too.
Did you put it on the bottom? Is that what the whole plan was to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Making sure. Wanted to make sure I knew how it went back.
Travis's Custom RCs. It says, hey guys, BT Creek was muddy and I still did a few trails. It was still fun.
Good deal.
Yep,
Good deal.
good.
That's awesome.
Ryan asks, I wonder how Josh of Harley Designs liked BTC. We don't know.
Don't know.
He seemed to enjoy it.
It's really hard to not enjoy it as long as you're not a little pissy pants. So
Do you want these plastic drive shafts?
it doesn't matter to me. You can
Glenn
have
said,
it.
who
You don't-
cares? I hope he hated the mud.
Dan did say that he was over the rain and the mud and that was enough. He had had enough rain for a few days or something like that. And I'm like, just a few days?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I was done with a lot more than just a few days worth.
I've had enough rain. It was raining today whenever I went to work. It was like spitting and showering and stuff, and I was just like, I'm not in the mood for this.
Oh yeah, you built this.
What?
That was in there tight.
What is it?
The drive shaft pin.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you lose.
You got to make sure they don't come out. You know.
You lose a couple and you learn. You know.
Well, there's. You can have them.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll just put pros under this and get it done with. You know.
Or you could not drive it the way you did.
What fun is that? I mean, look at it.
At home.
I'm anxious to get inside there and see what's in there.
Yeah.
Because I bet it's just dust.
That's a lot of new stuff.
Yes. That sounds a lot like this.
So I guess I need to grab my K10 and
Go check it?
no.
Oh,
Like
no?
try and roll it.
Oh, okay.
Because Doug, you ran a couple trails, right?
I ran 2, and then like I got 100 foot up the creek on one,
Oh, that's right.
and then the rear said, "I ain't playing either."
So the only trail that Matt and I ran with everybody was Trail 2, which goes around the perimeter of the property and dips into the woods a little bit. It's a really easy trail.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of obstacles that were a little harder than the TF2s were capable of. So Matt was rock bouncing up it and did get it.
Sure did, by God.
But that's where his axles found, at least one of them found neutral.
Yeah.
So then he
Civic in it the rest of the way.
continued the trail in front wheel drive.
As much as I could.
And now it's fully gone, right?
No. I mean,
you lost both of them.
I lost both. Yeah, I lost the
That's
front.
normal.
I was gonna say, that's not any more play than anything else.
Trail 2 was good. As my front started going out on the way back to camp after Trail 2, and then about 10 minutes into Trail 1, the front diff decided to say no. I was like, well, I still got 2-wheel drive, so I made it all the way down to the creek, and then the rear said, I'm not doing it by myself.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my K10
was
made
a
it
blast.
all the way through Trail 2.
I was also involved in a collision. I think I'm gonna blame it on that.
Yeah, and we do have a new friend. I don't know if he's here yet or not.
He's not. I haven't seen him yet.
But his name is Metric Matt.
Yes.
This is my area. Don't touch.
So, if you weren't aware, Teleguided came down and hung out with us for the weekend.
Very cool, dude.
And honestly, surprised. I was surprised. I was about to do a Yoda. Surprised I was.
That's fitting because he's a Yoda guy.
Yeah, I was very surprised at how little people knew who he was, even after seeing the Jeeps.
Yeah.
I guess to me he was more well known than, but maybe it's just different circles or something like that. But,
Yeah, it could be.
Travis said Trail 10 was insane on Saturday.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was a steep uphill creek bed.
I'm sure. Everything was insane by Saturday. There were people saying they ran on Sunday, and I was like, why?
Are you
Yes.
removing the lug nuts?
Nope, they're just gone.
He's missing 3 and 2, if not 3 more are
Oh,
loose.
that's about 4.
Nice.
There's only really 1. I didn't even look at that.
William Chandler, hello. How did the chain and post work? The chain and post worked good. It was still the grubby fingers that went over the chain and post.
There were a few times.
Well, the chain stayed upright and...
Yes.
Technically, it worked well.
Yes, technically
Physically.
it worked. But even the signs that says, please do not touch, right in front of
Yeah.
the truck,
Please do
didn't
not touch.
and there were a couple times that we got kind of shitty with people because there's, like one guy walked up, granted it's a metal body, but banging on the hood of my Pro Mod. Like, what? Why?
Dude, there's one guy while you were gone that instantly went for your khaki key. And I was loud about it. I was like, do not touch that, please.
Yeah. I need to
Like-
fix that one because, like, you have to grab it from underneath. Otherwise,
You're ripping the
ripping the body off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, and I mean, obviously, well, I mean, when I'm 20 feet away and I'm raising my voice to get it to travel, and general, just not being the most polite, soft person ever.
Yeah. Jason says, not well. I still hear Matt scream at a woman to not touch.
I was trying to be nice. I was
Misty!
literally trying to be nice so hard.
Misty's here.
Hi, Misty.
Welcome aboard. Michael White.
Yes. So that is printed. I don't know. He's asking about the YJ interior because I sold that one out of the YJ. It is printed, but I don't know what filament. That one came with the Jeep. So
Jeep. Do you have another set of tools? Just a cheap set or something?
you can use these.
That way I'm not taking the tools back and forth.
I go grab my MIPs.
Okay. All of mine are in one of the bags that I took and didn't come back with them.
But yeah, I was trying to be as nice as possible, but I just think with my face and raising my voice, like everybody was acting like I just told them I was gonna murder their dog or something. I was like, it's okay, everybody's doing it, just please don't, And what was odd, I think I was telling my dad, and I don't know who else was around. I know he heard it, but like, what was weird was all the little kids all were, like doing this or kind of had their hands on the table looking. It was the dudes that were probably in their mid to late 60s that should know better,
Here's your own tool set.
There you go.
Oh, you want these back then?
Yeah. Okay.
And it was just old dudes that were just,
Like-
"Ooh," I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why? Why are you touching things? That was,
Misty, thank you for everything.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
You all did great.
Thank you for all the preferential treatment.
She says she missed her coffee delivery this morning.
I know. I'm sorry. Sorry. We had to go home.
I have mud on my Apple Watch.
She also told me that, she yelled at me basically over the internet saying that we didn't get a selfie together, but like, my options were very slim for that.
Bill said the chain and post looked good. The tow truck still got fingered.
Yeah, everything got fingered.
William said it should have a sign that said, if touched, you will be zapped.
I think next
They
year.
can't read anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so that, and like I understand, like, not to sound cocky, but like when you walk up to the table, there's a lot of really good looking trucks there, and you're focused on that, not the sign.
Yeah.
You like horse blinders?
Yes.
Correctly?
So like, because there was one guy that like had this YJ in his hand when he read the sign, and he's like, "Oh shit," and set it back down. But at the same time, like, why? Like, none of them had price tags on them.
Yeah.
So like, why would you not be like, "Do you mind if I pick this up?"
Right.
Yes.
Yes, we do mind.
I think next year,
Sure do.
all of mine are gonna have.
Zip ties. Zip tied to the table.
That's a good idea.
Or larger signs. that say-
My sign was gonna say $1,500 cash deposit to touch
Upon touching.
before touching,
Yeah.
and that's not buying the truck. That's just
A deposit.
for damages.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have too many. The one that was, I would say, like the worst, quote unquote, like the person had it the farthest, was this kid had my dad's Samurai in his hand upside down, whatever. It's a Lexan body. Like, you're not going to hurt it. It's just one of the FMS, like a Barrage or whatever. If you would have dropped it, it probably would have been fine. But, if it did blow the body post through, it would have been pretty shitty. But, like, that's as close as really anybody got. The one thing that really did piss me off, though, is I had a guy come over, or it was a lady. I can't remember who it was. I was so pissed off that I forgot by now. But they scratched the patina on the pineapple. And we're like, what's this made out of? I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Rude.
yeah. Like, that. Who cares what it's made? I was like, ugh. That was so shitty.
Missy said, just saw you were live and just came to see what's up. Glad y'all made it home safely. Glenn says, "Don't thank her. Her and Sue put me to work at awards." Glenn, I'll try not to be grumpy lady, but if that's all you had to do, you got off easy. James Prill says, "Can't wait to see what is built from the donated parts." Travis, have Lexan sheet wall in front of them. Oh, like a barrier wall in front so they can't touch.
I actually said something about putting my trucks in cases.
In cases?
Yeah.
Or just like blocks that you can, like cases you can just put over them.
I liked it.
Yeah, kind of like the subway window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like you can't see the trucks.
I'll have a khaki Jeep and I'll have
Yeah.
a red Jeep.
And set it up on the so they can look at it.
I'm glad that Jason apparently realized that I was trying to be nice. Says he was trying to be nice, but it's hard when you're 20 feet away and have 10 other people talking in your booth. He definitely said it with his chest.
Yes.
Yeah, because like if you, I mean, we had 40 feet from end to end. So
Yeah.
like, and if we weren't all standing there, you may be 35 feet away from the other
Yeah.
from them,
Right.
and they're like picking it up, so you have to get their attention.
Yo, bitch.
Are these the neutrals?
It doesn't look bad, but I mean, I'm sure there used to be more gears on it. We'll have to see whenever I open this one.
Oh, I know where your problem is.
The pinion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I assume the pinion's probably just a cone-shaped piece of metal.
Right.
Well,
Let's find out.
I was gonna.
Is it really?
Oh,
cold?
it's gone. You can see where the teeth used to be at the very end down there by the housing.
Oh, nice. Dang.
Putting that on a keychain.
So when it just spins freely, it's catching the top of these teeth.
Yeah.
Nice.
E-clip. Let's see here. I'm about to yeet this, I can tell.
I think we'll just continue yelling at people. It's more fun that way.
I mean, I didn't really have that much fun yelling at people. Contrary to popular belief,
You don't like yelling? Huh?
I'm not really. Oh, yeah, bud. Oh, my God. Those are gone.
Yeah.
Nice.
See you later, later. Bye.
Would you like the ring gear back?
I mean, sure.
I didn't want to sit here and hold it all night.
I do need some paper towels.
I don't know.
They're right there behind
Right
you.
here, look at that.
Those are-
See, I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to lop this back one off
Thanks, bro.
for clearance.
Clarence?
With the anti-rat bar.
Mm, I didn't even think about that. I was
didn't
more
either.
concerned about the.
Tank?
Mine's got the scale V8 and scale trans in it, so I would assume it's fine.
I would think it would all bolt up the same way still.
Jacob said, "It was good to see you guys again. Didn't get a chance to stop and talk and check out rigs. Was rushing to find a 2-in-1 motor we could get on the, so we could go on a trail run again.
No worries.
Or go run a trail again.
It's all good.
Not a big deal, man. I don't think any of the three of us will take it personally when,
No.
you know, like, that's what they're there for. Especially with the rain the way it was. You gotta take all the opportunities to trail you can, or else you're just not gonna get to.
Yeah. William said, Jessica's Mother's Day We Rock Pro Mod showed up today. Black Muse number 38.
Jesus, this dude's addicted to those.
Collecting all of them.
Yeah.
Joke.
Janice Bowman, good evening.
Hi.
Said, hey fellows, I'm glad to see you survived BTC.
We did. Kinda. Early.
Yeah. I was happy to be home.
Yeah. I laid down in my bed and I just was like, I don't think I've been that happy in a long time.
I think if we could have gotten like somewhere between 2 and 4 hour window of no rain on Saturday,
Yeah.
it would have been a freaking blast
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
to finish.
Give us a little reprieve.
Yeah.
You know, each.
I agree with that.
Take it easy, Glenn.
Bye, Glenda.
Bye, Glenn.
One of
Tommy-
you could look up Pookie? What the hell? What are you talking about? Anyway,
I'm Tommy.
Tommy. Evening, gents. Welcome back after your BTC ventures. Thank you, sir. Hey, Doug, do you know what you're doing?
Yes, I know what I'm doing. Thanks,
Rob.
Liam.
Glenn said bye. One of you could look up Pookie. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. Okay. Does this not do the same thing?
You know, these tools are not as cool as the ones with the bearings on top,
This
where you can just sit there and spin.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Junk.
Am I what?
This one is full build, just needs tires and a servo. Okay. That's good. I didn't really know I didn't know she was into it enough to do pro mod stuff, like, but that's super cool. I'm glad she is. Jacob Wright says, I was happy to get an actual shower after 3 days. Dude, white bath's done the trick, but nothing like a real shower. True story.
Yep.
So that is the one complaint we have at our Airbnb that we've stayed at.
There's only one shower?
Well, there's only one shower for
And it's like someone peeing on you instead of
Seven.
like actual water pressure?
7 or 8 of us, and yeah, it's very little water pressure.
And it's really low, so it basically hits me right here. So I have to like,
It's like a gentle rain, and we had enough of that.
yeah, it's like a gentle rain on my belly button.
Levi
Well,
said I
got it.
brought 2 first timers, and one is hooked, and the other one is 50-50, I think.
Yeah.
Ryan said, I bet the 6-scale rigs were fun at Trail 9 from what I saw on Facebook. We actually didn't run them
Yeah,
We
we
didn't
didn't have a
have mine at
chance.
all.
because with us setting up on Vendor Row, we basically get one, like roughly an hour first thing when we have to get there early in the morning and can run a trail. And we all wanted to run our TF2s.
Yep.
So, as lame as that sounds, I only ran my TF2.
Well, also, we thought we were going to run our 6s later in the weekend, though.
Yeah.
We were planning on running 6s on Sunday, but we also didn't know the weekend was going to go like it did, to where on Sunday, like Saturday night, we literally just made the decision, we're getting there and we're just packing up and leaving. Like, it was just so, I mean, it's just so bad. Like, imagine walking on ice for 3.5 days straight.
Yeah.
That's what it was like going anywhere there. Everywhere was slick and greasy. We were standing on, I mean, I wouldn't call it a hill. The canopy was almost flat, but then that puts us behind it at a little bit of an angle. So you're standing at an angle on a hill in this sloppy ass shit, walking back and forth in the mud, talking to everybody behind the table and stuff. And it, like, we were just so done that we didn't. But I want to go out at some point in time here pretty soon, probably for my birthday run, and take 6s. Plus, we also didn't get to run 6s because I didn't have a servo yet on Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like
Look at that.
watching everyone
That one has teeth.
drive through
That one, Steve?
or drive past the booth, just all the rigs were just covered in mud. Like, it looked fun, but I'm glad
Yeah.
that my K10 has a little bit of dirt on it, and on Sunday afternoon I set the YJ in the mud so I could get some pictures.
Yeah.
And so I've got a couple spots on the tires, but that's it.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go out. I wanted to go out when, like, on Thursday or Friday when we went. It was muddy, but it wasn't insanity.
Yeah.
Then it got to be insanity, and I was out at that point. I was. Jesus. Okay.
Take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel. Give me one more chance.
It is funny though, seeing the pictures from like Thursday and Friday.
How different they are?
And then you see Saturday and then
I-
Sunday.
One of my pictures, I took a picture of like when we had everything set up, looking at in front of the booth. There was grass.
I was gonna say, Dustin posted pictures and
Yep, there was
all
grass.
set up and there's grass. And then it was no longer.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm glad I did was Every day I went out because I have the video almost all the way together for like the general. This is our experience or whatever. I've just got to do some voiceover stuff and put, me talking over everything because none of it has really sound. But like, I went through every day and put Friday, selected all the pictures and put them in. Selected all the video, put them in on Friday, and then I like moved them around to where they kind of made more sense. And I did Saturday, and it was insanity watching. We're here on Thursday, and it was a little bit of mud and stuff. And then like Friday was, kind of getting a little mud in front of the canopies. And then on Saturday, all of a sudden, it's just all the way across was just shit. By the time I got out there, it was craziness.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
But other than the people that got turned away, everyone from what I saw had a blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I would agree.
I thought these used the same gears.
They should.
Am I retarded? I mean, it's possible.
I mean, probably.
I agree. Well, yeah. I just can't get the thing on the opinion. Okay, maybe I'm just not jamming her in there far enough, I guess.
So that's what she said.
That's what she said. Jam it in there farther.
Colin didn't want to run a 6 and all that soup. Joe Weiss says let him know when we go. He'll go.
Okay. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. What
Everyone's
walking around
so.
like little baby giraffes.
Yeah, dude.
Yep. Joe said Friday was nice.
Friday was
Good evening,
nice.
Scott Griffin.
Hello. Speaking of friends we got to see, I don't know if that's in that groove. I don't think it is.
Joe said we were the first to run Trail 6, and it was beautiful. Then it broke loose.
Yeah, it was a shit show for sure. Every time I
Robert
start to mess
says
with
one
these,
I will never forget. Absolutely. I don't think anybody who went there will ever forget that.
Yeah.
Matt Reed said, I had a blast even given the weather. Probably the most frustrating part was the mobile Chinquish dealer they had. Very persistent, if you know, you know, and almost having to call Serve Pro to open the booth Sunday.
I bet I know that kid. The seller trade? Seller trade?
Yes, okay.
Seller trade?
I saw him twice.
I saw him more than that.
Yeah, I saw him.
I think he was going around the other side because every time I went over to like go see Tom or go see Austin at Crep Carbon, I saw them hit a body. I'm like, seller trade? Seller trade. I'm like, no one wants that beat ass Chevy body. Like, just.
I think I saw him once with a body and once with a trailer.
And I saw him with a set of wheels.
Oh.
And what else I seen him with? I can't remember.
I didn't see
ignored
the
him
wheels,
after a while.
but I did. Like, granted, it was a kid.
Granite? Like granite countertops?
Granted.
Oh, okay.
Wishes?
Well, that's Glenn.
I keep going?
Anyway.
Probably not.
No.
He gonna get fussy. Baby hadn't had his nap yet.
No, but he came through our booth and would ask Matt. Matt said no. And then you go to the next person.
Yeah.
And like instead of just being like, hey, anybody in this booth want it? He would ask all 7 of us.
Ryan Davis, my first Axial Fest was just like BTC. I had to replace every single bearing in the axles. That year was a muddy mess, but still had a good time. Robert said they were some only purple wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, ugly purple wheels.
Yeah, there were
ugly
some
purple wheels.
ugly purple wheels. Oh, that's inconvenient.
How many
These
times
Yoda
did you hear
ones?
for sale?
Is that the problem?
Those are Yoda ones.
Yep, that's what I thought. So the ring and pinion don't quite fit together?
They should.
Well, I can't get this in the locker. So there's that.
The axle shafts may be different than, yeah.
Don't need to use a hammer.
Ain't my truck.
You got any banker's tools? Oh, yep. You got a hammer right in front of you.
I do.
So they don't go in the locker?
See, these slide right in. These.
Oh, the shaft itself is thicker, isn't it?
Sounds like this needs something else. You know what I heard really goes over well? HD 44s.
I've seen quite a few of those in TO2s.
And you know what I happen to have a set of because I took them out of a particular Nilla Bear juggie? A set of HD 44s.
Well, there you go.
There I freaking go. Son of a bitch.
So now you gotta get the mouse.
Yep. Well, when you order them, let me know. I'll send you the money.
Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear back. He's
Honestly, I don't know about for sale. Jake, I don't know. Pulled pork. Anybody buy any nice wheels? Jordan, I did. Did you buy any Visions?
I did not buy
No?
any Visions. Nope.
Jordan, I did.
I got this set of Visions. Oh, you can't really see them. They're kind of shiny. I didn't hear for sale any, but I did see a guy on the Facebook group offering advice who wasn't there. I did see that quite a bit.
What?
Offering advice on like how to get out of the parking lot.
Oh, okay,
and,
okay,
like,
okay. I got you.
Past experiences versus
Stupid.
Metric Matt is in the house.
Hey!
My bad.
It's fun. Matt, it was awesome spending time with you this weekend.
For sure, for sure. Had a good time.
Yep.
Had a good time. What, sir?
Can I borrow your little snips?
Yeah, of course. Here.
Oofda.
Oofed. I wonder if the level of show trucks kept some of the stuff away.
That's one dry transfer case.
Jesus. As far as like we had show trucks and nicer things, I'm not sure. I can't figure these things out in all honesty. I don't know why people do what they do even when we have stuff or don't have stuff or whatever. If that's what you're talking about. I was hoping for more variety of Vision wheels, but very happy with what they had. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry. I don't know what Bob was doing as far as that goes, in all honesty. So I can't really. I don't have any info there.
So by the time I got down there, there were already a couple of empty hooks. So
Cowboy, take me away. I'm gonna need a paper towel.
Thanks,
2
dude.
or 5.
Flattest girl, that's how she
maybe one or two.
Yep. Do you want me to run back and get another? You guys need it?
Oh golly.
I'm okay.
Ah shit, I didn't pay attention which way this came apart.
Matt has a lot of exploded pieces. So
Yeah,
he'll
you
probably
can
need one.
if you want. I think there's a new roll back there.
Oh Jesus.
L Booth. My name is Leon. Doug knows me. Me and Josh had a blast running Friday and Saturday. The most fun we've ever had running RCs since I've been in the hobby.
Awesome.
Well, that's good.
That's awesome.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir. So. Todd Anderson, heyo dudes, how's it going, sir?
Yeah, it's good people.
Fallen says he's trying to find some to anodize them and make sure they're good, so he's testing that right now. I talked to him a little bit, so I don't, yeah, I talked to him a little bit. I don't know what he was doing as far as that goes because I didn't really get to ask him.
We're talking about Bob?
Yeah.
I did talk to him about the anodizing.
Yeah.
Basically, the first company created a bunch of blends for him.
That's where all the blooms came from. Then.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which he said, he goes, yeah, I can sell them that way, but then he's like, we did sell them that way as blems. But he's like, I would hate to think that somebody buys a set of those secondhand and then is like, Vision quality is not that great.
Yeah.
Not knowing that they were mess ups to begin with, and
Yeah, that's true.
which I guess does make sense because if you see the colored wheels for sale, almost every single time I've seen a set pop up, somebody's like, is that from the blim sale? But he did say he is working on that.
Cool. I just like Doug at this point in time.
Why?
Fly this girl as high as you can to around you.
So what did Doug do?
Cowboy, take me away. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Ryan said, I'm redoing the cage of my 6-scale buggy, and it's looking good so far.
Nice.
Good to hear.
Nice.
So the best thing is you don't have to, you can be okay starting over.
Speaking of, I watched a guy, he's a woodworker, and he reinforced the idea that I had, that I kind of went with about your first year of building things if you try and sell them. He also said to just try to get your material money back and just get products out there.
Yeah.
Because he was saying that he's had a lot of people ask him how to price things and stuff like that. And he basically echoed the same thing I said of just get your stuff out and just hope for the best, kind of thing. So I was just thinking about building buggies. That had nothing to do with anything else.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Where'd you leave off? Where are you at?
Todd.
Todd said
Trying to detrash his expedition.
you missed Jared. Good seeing you, Big Daddies.
Oh, shit.
Big Daddy. It's good seeing you, sir. Not new, but newly refreshed daddy. You and your little feller. Saw the little Facebook pictures today. I'm sure you know to enjoy that while it lasts. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites is when they're super small like that. You just put them down, you're just like, you stay here.
Okay.
Matt says, is it TF2 fix-it time over there?
It is.
It is.
It is.
We're all doing TF2 fix-it things.
I just learned
I'm
that,
working on my mini Capra.
I just learned these axles that I had for sale that I saved for Doug and myself instead of selling them are Yoda ones and won't fit either one of the axles we have. So that's pretty cool. So
Doesn't sound very cool.
I'm not a fan. That was a lot of sarcasm for sure. So
Well, I figured since I didn't sell the mini Capra, I'll just continue modifying it until it works the way I want it to.
there you go, and then you sell it.
And then so,
Scott said I have some black from the Blim sale. I didn't get in on the Blim sale. I don't remember what happened, but I don't know if I just was late or something. Sometimes after work.
I didn't get in on the Blim sale because I wanted black, and those sold out like
Oh yeah.
damn near instantly.
I really like the shiny polished aluminum look. I bought more sets, and they will probably be going on trucks. And those trucks will probably be having the wheels taken off. And a lot
And
of
those for
my
sale.
colored wheels will be for sale. A lot of the one-off VP, now that Bateman's not doing anodizing, you'll probably never find a set again. A lot of those will be out. A good time to plug my membership. You guys get first dibs on sale things. So becoming a channel member for only $4.99 a month.
how much?
$4.99. Or I have a couple that are actually the super cool kids, and theirs is $9.99 a month, and they get first dibs on everything. And I talk to them and stuff, so you guys should all think about that. Wish I would have known a lot of the anodized were Blims before I bought a set a few weeks ago. Yeah, I could see that. But I don't think any of them were that bad, right? They were just like, they hung them from something and like one of the holes was...
Yeah, usually like one of the holes underneath the front ring.
Yeah, so really,
I mean, yeah, it's not anything that's like...
it really wouldn't have been that bad. It's nothing that I would have complained about if I would have got them from like Bateman or something earlier. Because you just cover it with a ring. It's not that deep.
I'm missing a...
Todd, I think I figured out the front hood popping off on our Jimmys. I'll print one and bring it with me on the next comp. Listen, if your Jimmy's popping off, that is not good for business. So, I got a set of Yoda 1s here for sale.
Cool story, bro.
If anybody's interested.
Sounds great.
Have to give those away here soon. Ah, shit. Balls ass. Farts. Stupid. I didn't put the axle shafts in first. They got clips on them where you can't. God damn it.
What an idiot.
Fuck you.
Newbie.
Fuck you too. Sorry. Never done TF2 Yoda things. Usually steer.
You're
clear.
a smart man
Right.
for not doing TF2 Yoda.
Yeah.
I did TF2 Yoda things. Now it hurts when I pee.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now I learned I have a set of FNCs going under this thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Todd said, "Cool, William." Joe said, "Oh, good job." I know. I'm a genius.
Look at these little guys.
I don't know, fellas.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. Dude, this is a terrible design. I see why they updated this. 'Cause I hope they changed it at that point, but still. I don't even know if they did, but this is garbage.
Shop.
Shot.
Stupid.
I was gonna say stupid.
Joe says, "Good job."
Yeah, I know.
Did anybody get anything cool?
Yeah,
Beat
so
the
what did
Creek?
you guys end up getting at Beat the Creek? Like, did you buy any cool trucks? Did you get to see famous YouTubers and stuff and be disappointed, or were you happy, or? Oh, shit.
Jeremy, if it makes you feel any better, I bought a set that was decently priced, not knowing that underneath the beadlock ring, one of the screws had been snapped off and just ground flush. So, at least yours are just discolored.
Yeah, people are slime, dude. Some people are just slime. And that sucks, but you know what you gonna do.
I actually told Bob about those
Yeah?
that I
What'd
got,
you say?
and he was impressed that I was able to get it out.
Really?
Guy, he said those 2mm screws are hard to get.
Yeah. Bob's a good guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I like Bob a lot. Not just because, like things have happened where, but I actually do like him a lot. Him and Chris are both really good people. And I mean, they have cool dogs, so there's that.
Judge people by their dogs.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. If your dog's not cool, then you kind of suck.
And you,
Which my dog's kind of a douchebag, but he's cool, I guess.
I say, what if the dog barks at you every time they see you?
She's stupid. But that doesn't make her less cool. She has good intentions, you know what I mean?
Does she?
I think,
does she though?
I think so. She's a good dog.
What's funny is Haley
She's just retarded.
today said, I think her drugs are finally starting to kick in. She seems to be a little bit more laid back. And
Well,
now she's been sitting out there barking for the last 15 minutes.
Didn't you say she calmed down when Kona was at the hospital?
Oh, that's
thing?
because she was also drugged.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
Double drugging.
All the dogs are on drugs, so
Right.
They were really calm. You know what's crazy is you do that with your kids and you get in trouble. They say. I don't know. I mean, I've seen it on Facebook.
They say.
I've seen it on Facebook. It's me, Mario. All right, I don't even know who that is, but I love it already.
I was like, what? That's their actual name.
I got another pimpin' and an addictive SCX6. Sick.
And now grassy mud.
Yep.
Cool.
And on my tracks, I designed and printed for the S66 are best suited for snow and no grassy mud. So yeah, that's got to be a good feeling. I've never designed anything like that, but like, that's got to feel good to design something that actually works. You know?
Was that you out there this weekend driving around with a tracked SCX6? I would assume.
That's cool.
Because I did see that, and I am normally not a fan of tracks, but I was like, Man, smart right there.
Yeah. I was one with the tractor CX6. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that
That's
was
pretty
neat.
cool. I saw a lot of cool stuff. I saw a lot of stuff that I would have liked to have seen closer, but I wasn't about to go out and run them down in the goo.
Oh yeah,
You know?
no. It's like, hey, you come
Just
over
like,
here.
that's cool. And you can keep going. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, not cool enough to move
Not
my cover.
not cool enough to walk out there though. That's for sure. All right, so now I'm missing a screw. I've taken this apart twice, and it's gone.
Awesome.
Yep. Ooh.
Good times.
Same guy with the tan Comanche and military camping trailer. Don't know that I saw that. Everything was tan and brown by the time I really got to see most of it, so colors really don't. I felt like you and my dad. Everything's brown. I don't see color. The grassy mud caked up my drive gears and through the tracks occasionally. That's gonna happen. I ran one trail with my boy. I don't get my stuff in Saturday conditions. I don't blame you at all. And I did see where you took your son. That was super cool. I was almost glad my son didn't get to go because it was so slick that I would have worried about him the whole freaking weekend with his arm already being barely unbroken. Good job. Where'd it go?
Right here.
There it is.
Okay. Now where'd it go?
And I also worry that if he wouldn't have had a good time, then that would have kind of ruined it
That's not it.
forever, you know. I don't want to go down there. It sucks down there. It just rains. Like, well, it doesn't do that all the time, but you can't really explain that to a 7-year-old. So, okay. Well, now that that's back together, I've wasted an hour and 12 minutes.
Nick he's big in the bowling right now,
Yeah?
and he's actually with the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, like junior high team.
Uh-huh.
So he's practicing with them. Well, I guess the finals or something. There's a
Oh, there it is. Found it.
Okay. I saw it as you were putting it in there. But something to do with like semis or something with the bowling league that he's practicing with or whatnot. If he doesn't do that, he can't do something else afterwards. So he's got a decision to make next year because they already asked us like, well, when is Beat the Creek next year? I was like, well, it's the same weekend, you know, first month, first weekend.
Dang.
So he's either got a decision to either go bowling or go to Beat the Creek. It's, if he's into the bowling still, you know.
Yeah.
And which one was that?
Nick.
Nick.
That's the one that looks like the other one, right?
Yeah, that's the one that looks like the other one. Metric Max.
Matt?
Yeah, Metric Matt's running partner this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah, okay.
Last weekend.
Gotcha. The other day.
Yeah, right. Jason said I'm going to end up spending a month of Sundays cleaning all my RC stuff and camping stuff.
Yeah. Dude.
I took all of our boots and shoes and I hosed them down at work today, so they're just sitting drying.
I didn't do any of that. My boots are still on the back porch.
Haley said my boots still aren't dry.
Yeah. I opened up those shirts today, and they weren't that bad, but I wanted to go ahead and air them out anyway. So I've got all the shirts laid, not necessarily laid out, but at least open right now. But like the ones that were out on hangers in the rain, I opened those up last night, and just from putting them in the thing yesterday at like 10 to last night at 6 or whatever when everybody finally left, they weren't gross, but you could definitely you could smell the mud in the air and shit like that. So I got my tub out. One of my tubs had condensation in it. That was pretty cool.
That was nice.
Had a bunch of parts in it, and they were all condensation.
Nice.
Condensated. They had condensation on them. However you call that. Condensed.
We understand.
Like milk.
Curdled.
Curdled. Yes.
Dr. President, Legend, Buck Dandy. I hate that I had to work, but after watching Josh's videos, kind of glad I was not there. Someone said 2,500 people.
The last time I saw something was a guy said he was number 26 something. So I would assume maybe he wasn't the last one or whatever, but I mean, I would say 27 as a real rough high end estimate. So yeah.
Haley, can you get my?
Can you control your dog up there?
Yeah, no shit.
Oh Jesus, that's the pissy stomp. I heard that.
Get your ass over here.
What the fuck up? Yeah, there was a lot of people there. The crazy thing is, it sucked, and there was a lot of people there. Like as far as
Right.
the weather, if it would have been nice, I bet they would have cleared 3,200. I bet another 4 or 5.
I don't know if they can.
But they tried.
Because somebody mentioned that, like, most people now that are camping are bringing campers and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think they're going to run out of room before.
Yeah, but they didn't have everybody packed in either, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't like everybody was on top of each other. Because I was standing there talking to, I can't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody out in the field, and Joe actually came by, and right before he came by, he goes, he's going to tell me to move this canopy. Sure enough, Joe rolls up, and he's like, hey, we're going to start putting people across from you, and if it gets too narrow over here, we're going to have to move that canopy back. I was like, damn, called that one.
Mario said I used the PB Blaster dry lube before taking out the 6, and it actually worked pretty well.
Oh, nice.
What's y'all's opinion on that or other options used to liberty and prevent? I assume that's it.
Liberally.
I don't know. To prevent mud.
Prevent mud.
Oh.
From sticking.
I use the don't run my trucks method.
I'll take them out, but if I go out and do something like what would have happened there, I'm immediately messaging Jim from Jim's Bearings and saying, hey, I need a bearing kit for a whatever truck I just ran. And once I get it home, I hose it off and then take anything that moves apart, wash it out, and then throw some WD-40 in there, let it displace all the water. Like the motor will spin up, and then like anything else, just gets the axle housings get cleaned out, they get new bearings and put back together, and I continue on about my life basically. It's kind of one of those things that, like, if I'm gonna go do that, I know I'm getting ready to spend $40, whatever the hell, $45 on bearings, because especially something like that where people were just going down the creek and the whole thing was in water
Yeah.
for an hour and a half, like, they're toast. You usually can't save anything like that. I mean, I guess you could. You could put it in a sonic washer and all sorts of stuff.
Ultrasonic cleaner.
Yeah, ultrasonic cleaner. And then sit there and let it do its thing, and then you can re-lube the bearings and stuff, but like, you gotta have the washer or the cleaner for one. I know a guy, but I'd rather just throw bearings in and be done with it. Brazen Brett, evening nerds, how many times did you have to wash and dry your shoes? Honestly, my shoes didn't get wet until I got home.
Really?
Yeah, until it started misting on the way home, and I had to walk through the grass a couple times and everything. That's when my actual tennis shoes got wet.
Yeah.
Other than that, I wore my boots. We wore our boots almost all the time when we were at the farm, and then we would stop like at the gas station or wherever, or stop before we got all the way out, switch shoes, and then go inside. It really wasn't. I mean, if you were well prepared, it really wasn't that nasty just to be there. I couldn't imagine camping.
No.
I feel so sorry, and I think those people are freaking troopers, the people that camped all
That
weekend.
camp? Yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine going and being through all that, especially in a tent, getting in your tent, trying not to get everything disgusting, wiping yourself down, because you would have had to wipe yourself down in the tent, because you can't go take a whore bath anywhere and then still be clean by the time you get to your tent, because it was so gross.
Yeah, definitely.
But, well, now that I can't do shit, I guess I'm done. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Good luck.
Brett said it's wild that there were that many people. The last Axial Fest Badlands I went to had maybe 500 people, I'd guess.
I also think there's a huge difference in the people that go, though, if you know what I mean. I don't think Badlands is as, it's in June or July usually when it's hotter than shit.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Jason says they cut the field behind us, but didn't put that many people back there. We had plenty of room, and they could have put more people back there. It says camping was fine as long as you were prepared.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
And I think, like Jason saying that there was more room, I think by the time that they said no more entries, like at some point you have to decide to stop adding more fuel to the fire.
We're done. Yeah, I would agree with that completely. Because at some point in time, you just have to say, we already have a shit show. We don't need hundreds more people coming in here and making our shit show even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Hey, do you have your nifty new 5.5 wrench?
I do.
Say I don't.
Right here.
Right here.
Right, her.
Right here. I was also.
I can't wait to lose it.
I know.
I was also realizing,
One second.
as of yesterday, whenever someone said blah 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 blah, we rock, yada yada yada, we only got like 2 weeks until we go we rocking. And I know a particular pro mod that is not done, and another pro mod sitting in my garage that is not done or painted correctly or painted at all at some point in time. So that's pretty cool.
I noticed my Pro Mod.
Has a lot more thumbprints on it now.
Well, yeah, there is that. But also, the front passenger side of the hood is like caved in.
Was it from that guy tinking on it?
I hope not, because
That's a hard tink.
that's a hard tink.
Yeah,
And I'd like to think that I built my shit a little bit better than that.
little.
Yeah, I don't know. I just noticed it last night.
Well, that's crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Oh no.
I used to work with a guy who actually just got fired about, I don't know, a month ago. And everything you would say something to him, oh, that's crazy. Speaking of crazy things, did you guys see that Halley's Comet was coming through and supposed to be meteor showering for the next, I think it's tomorrow morning. It was this morning and tomorrow morning.
Nope.
Thought that was kind of cool.
I did not see that. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
DRZ said it was an awesome weekend. Got there when gates opened Friday and didn't leave until 4 p.m. on Sunday. Definitely glad I brought my rain gear and waterproofed my trucks.
For sure.
Yep.
I feel bad for them having to deal with the conditions and hateful people all weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Joe just kind of blew it off. You know what I'm saying?
I would
Like,
think so.
I did my best to tell all those people to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Same. Oops. Damn it.
Robert said the day parking area was so bad they couldn't really let anyone else in.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't get anywhere because
Yeah.
the whole damn thing's uphill.
Yep.
What are you gonna do even if you did?
Ryan says since Axial Fest got canceled, his local hobby store is going to do a camp and crawl on the days of Axial Fest and gonna be a good time.
That's cool.
Good.
That's cool.
Gives people something to do that same weekend.
Yeah.
Leon says, have you all been to every Beat the Creek event? Do you feel this year's is the biggest turnout?
We've been.
I
This
think
is our
4 years.
fourth year. Yeah, I think we went first in 21.
I honestly can't answer that question as far as do I feel like it's the biggest turnout because we didn't go out.
We didn't go outside the vendor area.
Like we
until
really
yesterday.
only saw
whoever
people that
through.
came to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We literally only saw the people that chose to come our area and see.
I feel there wasn't as many set up tents like outside of vendor area, but I think that's only because,
I feel like there was more campers though.
yeah, I feel there's more campers, but I don't think there's more people selling stuff outside.
Well, I also think the rain probably.
Yeah.
They probably just said the hell with it.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
I noticed,
Friday being the only good day.
I noticed the for sale page was hopping
Yes.
instead of.
Hey, I still got this.
Yeah. Hey, all those things I brought to sell, I still got them because nobody's been over here. Nobody wants to go outside.
Right. William says, I mean, it's not like the rain just started. People knew for a week what did people think was going to happen.
Dude, they thought that we were just joking or something. I don't know what people thought, but they definitely. People were still like surprised that it rained all weekend. Like, what's it doing? It's raining all weekend. Well, that's what the fucking weather.
I mean,
said
I knew it was
the whole
supposed to
damn
rain all weekend, but I wasn't expecting what we got on Saturday.
No.
time. I mean, it's what the weather app said it was going to do. We even got metric and standard measurements of what it was supposed to
Yes. Yes.
do. I mean, 35 millimeter bolts, bud.
That's fair.
See, I think it felt like it might have been busier because, yes, you had a rise and cancel events, and now they're like, okay, this is the only big event that we're going to be able to make. But I also feel like there might be people around this area that, hey, I have a chance to see
Yeah.
somebody.
I would say, I don't know. I don't know that a lot of those people would have gone to an event with that shitty weather just to see Josh.
You don't think so?
I mean, maybe there was a few, but like I don't think he really would have made a lot of people decide that's why I'm going.
But I also don't think that
I mean, not
Axial Fest and all those being canceled is going to make that was or made that big of a difference because
I do.
They canceled it on Wednesday.
I do. My journeyman called me on Thursday and said, "Sell Beat the Creek to me," and I was like, "All right," and I did the best I could, and I don't think he ever showed up or he else never saw us, but because he was like they canceled Axial Fest and they canceled RC Fest or whatever the hell it is that other one canceled, and he was like, so now my son realized that we're not going to the RC stuff all year. So I thought he was going to come down, but I never saw him.
I mean, yeah, there are definitely people that were able to make that
Happen.
quick shift,
Yeah.
but it was 2 days ahead of time. And it's not like Axial Fest was this past weekend, and because it got canceled there, they changed and just shifted to Kentucky. Like that was a whole separate event, like different month.
Oh yeah, I got another truck to work on.
DRC says, I've been the last 3 years, and it seemed like there might have been more this year.
I don't see it because I think our vantage point is very skewed. So I don't know.
Yeah, because I felt like last year was bigger.
Yeah. But I wonder if it was just the fact that
Maybe we had
a
more
lot of
days to
people
see more
just
people.
a lot of people just did not come down to our area.
Yeah.
I mean, Saturday we were hopping just like we would have been, but I don't think there was as many people consistently coming by.
Lucas Mertes is dragging the field and enjoying the live. Thanks for joining in, Lucas.
Thank you, sir.
Robert says, I never thought the ground was going to be that bad.
I didn't. It wasn't that bad until it was. Like, that was the crazy thing. It wasn't really that bad until all of a sudden, because I've got pictures Saturday morning where, like I said, it was still grass, and then all of a sudden I have pictures and video of it just going from 2 feet wide to the whole damn, 14 feet or whatever it was, just complete shit. I really want to change the color of this. And he told me to do whatever I wanted to and treat it like it's mine. So
Is that one of Matt's?
this is Mittens.
Oh.
Mittens Kittens.
Mittens,
Meow.
mittens. Nice, Chrissy.
Let's see here. How the hell do I get this body off? I'm pretty sure it's screwed on.
No.
Yeah.
there's something to do. No, that just means forward.
Well, it looks hinged in the back.
So front
So
doors.
front.
Want to see?
Is this a quick disconnect or something?
Oh.
Because it looks weird just being in the middle like that.
Well, I have a body mount that goes from the grill up. Hey, maybe? I don't know. Let's take it out. I'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
take that one screw out.
Worst case scenario, we end up just taking it apart and
No, disassemble.
no disassemble.
DRZ said
Oh, shit.
it was like a light switch
Oh,
got
Jesus.
flipped.
Yeah, like a light switch just got flipped.
Yeah, bam, ankle deep slop.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nope.
No, I think the bumper stays.
Rob said, I think
Like the body
Friday
comes
was busier, but Saturday
Yeah, the bumper
was not
stays.
as busy. Outside the vendor area was a flood of mud. Yeah, we walked around, what?
Something moved because that came out.
Doug, what day did we
I don't know
walk
what the hell
around?
that does.
One more time.
What day did we walk out into the other field? Was that Saturday?
That was Saturday early afternoon when we got a good break.
A few minutes of no rain.
Right.
Carefully, we're trying to break these shifters. Dang, these seats are nice.
Yeah.
They're like damn near actually padded.
Yeah.
Is it a BRO one?
What?
Is it a BRO one?
Yes.
Does anybody know how to
BRX01.
Anybody know how to get the body to release on a BRXR one? A B C D E F G.
Boom Racing BRX0110-9er.
DRZ said, pretty sure my trucks took more abuse in the driveways than on the trails.
See, it was spring loaded too, so push it in maybe. Is that
Well, I don't know what this does. It like doesn't do anything.
Carbon Up, good evening.
Hell,
Hey, Josh.
where's Justin Chang when he or Sang whatever when he needed?
Eric Van Gampler, good evening.
Hi.
What's up, friendly fellows? Just checking in to say hi. I'm still working in, putting in OT, baby, but hope BTC was great.
Putting in OT babies.
Yeah.
Hello. We had a good time for the most part.
I will say the more it rained, the more we drank.
Yeah. That's a true story.
That was a good time.
That was a true story. That's a true story. Yeah. There was a
Which I think I owe Doug for some Old Smoky Moonshine.
Don't worry about it.
but it also we didn't really I mean, we had a friend there that we don't get to see a whole lot. We had a new friend there that definitely wanted to party if the option was available, you know. So like and then also we had a bunch of rain. So we just kind of all looked at each other and were like, y'all want to roll out and go to the liquor store and then go to Airbnb? And everybody's like, yep. I said, okay.
Yep.
I mean, hell, we were out, was that Friday? Saturday. No, it was Friday. We were out Friday by like 5, maybe?
No, that was Saturday. Friday it was later.
I thought that was Thursday.
Thursday we were later because we were showing up at
Yeah.
Pasquale's at like 9:30.
Yeah. That was Thursday. Friday, we rolled out early.
Friday we got to our
No.
other spot at like 8:30 because we remember the one chick looked
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
death stare.
Yes.
So that was
Yeah.
Saturday, we rolled out early.
Yeah, Saturday we were
Or wait, no? Then we went to the liquor store Thursday, and then we
yeah.
drank a lot of that on Friday after the other spot.
Yeah.
After the Seeker show.
Although I think that I drank the most on Saturday thanks to the bartender.
Truth.
Yeah.
True. I'll agree with that.
Would you like this to be a double? Sure.
These margaritas are really good. You guys should have one.
Would you like another? Sure.
Okay.
Bye, Eric.
Awesome. That had a nut in it. Okay. So we're just gonna take this apart. That's fine. We'll figure out how to put it back together. Hope Chris isn't watching this.
Saturday we went to prom.
Yeah. That's fine. So they had prom at the local school on Saturday.
Like 3 or 4 local schools.
Yeah. So we watched all the kids running in and out and all that stuff. And I do have to say, there were some pretty well put together couples. There was a couple dudes. There was a kid
Their
there.
shoes were like matching
Yeah,
the dresses.
dude.
Yeah,
It was. He had like on a green vest and green shoes, and old girl had on a green dress. It was pretty cool.
Good evening, Doctor.
Mr. Rumble
Hello.
Scissors.
So I've got to do some modifying on where the holes are.
Alright, so I know this is not how the body goes.
But I think that's gonna look good in front of there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not it.
But then I have the lower bumper.
Would you like me to take a gander at
You
it?
can gander the shit out of it if you want to. Don't flip it over because there's a nut in there.
Gander
That spring
the
will
shit.
fall out.
Doctor, when did you finally get out?
Give me the news. I got a bad
Case of mud in my boots.
Mud in my boots. There we go.
Did you get it? Cleared out?
I think so. Yeah.
So this will wait till I get home so I can
Figured out.
It's something to do with. I know you guys were saying it, but it's. Who the fuck that's screwed in? Vert to fur. There's nothing holding it on.
That's what I'm saying. It's like. Oh, that's just the cage. That's all we undid was the cage.
Teleguided, how do you take the body off this thing?
Do you know? Sir.
No, there's 2 screws right here.
Oh, well, we'll take those out too. We'll just take it apart until it comes apart. Right? Right.
That's on you. Does the hood open?
Dustin says he got to the truck stop at 6:30, home at 11 on the dot.
Done.
He said he was ready to be tugged out at 2. That's not bad.
I'm ready to
I
be
mean, you're
tugged
ready
out.
at 2 to leave.
There we go.
Josh said he left at 6-ish on Sunday, and Tom was still pulling vendors out when he left.
There we
Gee
go.
whiz.
There we go. All right.
Oh, he fingered it out.
Not really. We just took it apart. The servo mount came
I mean, it
apart.
clearly is
wow.
those 2 screws
Yeah.
in the front.
There's a nut in there somewhere.
Huh.
There was a nut in there somewhere.
Jared Hopper said that BRX-01 should have a pull-down quick release.
Yeah. I forgot it was his truck before it was Austin's.
It also has a lot of screws that just come out too.
Yep, sure does.
Dustin says it is what it is. No reason to get upset. It definitely wouldn't do any good. Yeah, I mean, you just
Oh, so-
you wait your turn.
This is the pull down? Oh, I get it now.
So it pulls down and
Yeah,
kind of releases.
yeah.
Gotcha. That's why I had a spring on it.
Yeah. Ha ha!
Yeah, all the people that were complaining, just there was no need for it. There was no call for it.
It's uncalled for.
It was uncalled for. Yes, sure.
They were stupid.
Yep.
Stupid. But we had our sheriff, Jordan,
What?
setting them straight.
Okay, but when I do that, now it doesn't do anything still. I still can't get it to release.
What's it trying to release?
I don't know yet. Probably this, because this. Right? 'Cause let's see, this would have been bolted.
Well, here, why don't you put that back in and put the
Bomber?
bumper back on?
Bomber.
Is it French? Bumpy air.
Oui, oui, bomber. Ici, the bomber.
Read the instructions, dummy.
I don't have instructions, dildo.
Josh, you're absolutely right. They made the best of what they could.
I could see them try and figure out how to do like some sort of tickets ahead of
I
time.
hope so.
I think so. Like limit the number right from the word go. I thought it was funny a couple times that when people were stuck and tractors were coming in, there were guys that were up there with the tractors with the vehicles that were stuck right there at the gate saying, "Hey, I got a truck in the back corner when you come back." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're gonna wait your turn. You got to clear out these first. I mean, it's not like you're gonna get special treatment right away."
I did get the servo tester, my Bob, Dustin. I just had to throw it in a box and roll out. So I looked at it and went, "Oh, it's a servo tester." And then I said, "Thank you for delivery." And then I put it back in the box and I wrapped it back up. Did you buy that LC70 Sunday? No, this I actually got at the swap meet K&K. Chris Mitten bought this and then gave it to me after I worked on his LC70, or no, his LC75, whatever the hell that thing was, that I got. I put it together and he was like, "You did such a good job, I want you to do this one too." I was like, "Well, shit."
Damn it.
Okay. This is kind of crazy. So anyway, let's see here.
Does this transmission have any upgraded gears?
No, because I remember I told him that if he gets any kind of crazy system in it, he needs to upgrade the gears. Okay, cool. I just put that bumper on so that way it'd be right in the way so I can put this on. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's just plastic.
Alright, so let's. What the fuck? Okay, I got the quick release, but it doesn't do anything.
Josh, we were talking earlier before you got on. We're thinking the last number I think Matt saw was 26 something. But no, we haven't heard any official, and we probably won't.
Yeah.
Old Pork says Deluxe just posted some of the Holmes 2-in-1s if you guys are looking for one.
I'm waiting for a higher KB. But then I will get some. I don't know if I get a discount on those though. I don't know. We'll see.
So if you do, I'll take.
Yeah. Not sure if like some of the dealers, some of the homes, or some of the deluxe stuff, I don't get a dealer discount on.
So one of the things I was looking for this weekend, since my 4Runner doesn't have a winch, it needs a winch in the front. And I was looking for one of these old style Warren winches. What is it? 8274. So I can never remember the number. I can always mix it up. So I got to do a little bit of trimming on the bumper here, but to make this fit. But it's going in front of there. I was stoked when I found it.
So those screws go back in,
Mm-hmm.
and then do you see it?
Yeah, I see what it does. I just couldn't get it to do it.
Yeah, and then it would pull up.
Scott said he got one of the
Okay.
2-in-1s in the mail today.
Gotcha. Now I understand.
So now you gotta take the bumper back.
Yeah,
Jared says it has to be perfectly lined up. It's a nightmare if you don't know how it works.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, we can attest to that.
Guess what? We don't know how it works.
Confirmed. Nightmare.
What is everyone's go-to foams for the ProLine Super Swampers? What size?
Yep. I'm gonna assume 4.75. Just known Scott put. My go-to foam setup, yep. My go-to foam setup does not change. It is some sort of 3D printed foam in the front and a dual stage in the rear. Either Crawler Innovations or ProLine, depending on. I find one of them's a little firmer, and I just feel like I just kind of feel out the truck, see what it wants, and go from there. It depends on a lot on the weight of the truck as well. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure that I don't need to like bolt this in somewhere or something. I do.
Looks like you do.
Yeah. But also, I kind of want to detail the inside of it. It's very.
Well,
Sim-
I mean,
similar
you should be
color.
fine to put those screws back in so we can test the
Yeah.
quick release.
I'm gonna test your quick release.
Carter says those are called a clacker winch. Had one years ago in an old Jeep. Talking
Really?
about my winch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do they make a clacking noise when they're going back in then?
Learn something new every day.
I'm assuming.
Ryan said he likes the Proline 2 stages. Same for pulled pork. Scott said, did any of you get the Super Swampers for $20 a pack?
The Pro Lines, you mean?
I did not.
Or the,
No.
the tires? No, I did not get Super Swampers for $20 a set or a pair. Although, I don't really need them. So I guess I wouldn't really.
I mean, I probably would have bought it. So. I don't have any Swampers right now.
I'll say, right before BTC, I went through and I have enough Swampers. I think I'm good for a while.
Moose Knuckle said, seems like I just saw y'all yesterday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Alright, before you do that, let's test it. Or is it going to fall out?
I don't have
So
any
Josh
idea.
said yes, the big silver wheel clacks as you spool out. Crawler Addict had a
There we
big
go.
box of them.
There you go. Alright, now you can put your bumper back on.
Damn, this sucks. I'm not a fan.
So what holds the back?
It's supposed to be bolted to the bed, as I can see here through the light.
Oh, so it bolts to the bed and then it pivots.
Oh, so then the whole thing pivots up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, her.
Look at that.
Alright, how do I make the bed pivot?
I don't know, put your bumper back on.
Okay. We'll figure out the bed pivoting later. You know the price of this just is going up the more I try to assemble it, Chris.
Crawler Addict had a big box of them. Was that the green tent?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah, because
I never made
Friday,
it there.
what was it? No, Saturday night maybe, they posted a thing.
we did. We went there Sunday. With Ryan Cornwesser?
Yeah,
Cornwesser?
we did. We went there.
Cornwesser?
Because then you went out of there and then you went over to Three Rows.
Yeah.
I was talking to them for a
Oh,
while.
hey, that's where I bought my links from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Oh, well, I didn't see them.
Now I know. No, wait, no.
No, you don't?
Never mind, just checking. Because this will stay here.
What?
The bumper stays down and the cab comes off.
Correct.
This outer armor thingy will never move, even if I did that. So now I gotta figure out why in the hell, or how the hell to detach the bed as well. I'm gonna have to take this home and actually work
This looks
on it.
weird because this looks like it would get trapped underneath this bar.
It does.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain in the dick. Okay.
Huh.
That's a little cooler. Alright, now that we know how it works, this is amazing.
This is amazing. I'm having so much fun.
is amazing.
Hey, that was me with the TF2s.
Now the problem being is I think he said he wanted to put a 2-in-1 in it, or some sort of fusion or something to get rid of this.
Mhm.
So now we're just kind of like,
RC4 Drive says a quick release is pulling. Yes, it does. I can push the button in on the end and it does release.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I could have gone and got
oh,
that.
Oh, you're good. So that rod there, yeah, spring loaded.
you're up like a deuce. You know they're running around at night.
You have one,
I do.
and you didn't know that.
No.
Okay.
They're running
Well, now
around.
you do.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Moose Knuckle said the Big Bird make work of the mud. The HHR, well, yeah, Big Bird made work of it. It came out.
Hey, the HHR was, it moved pretty well.
There was a lot of refusal on my part to be pulled out as well, though. Especially with some spectators in attendance, I refused.
Especially with one of your original phrases, "Our hammer down and steer."
I yelled that more on Sunday than I think I've ever said it.
It's funny.
Yeah, the HHR had to get the hook. She got washed today. She's shining nice.
Although I don't know. I don't know if we didn't have to stop there, if we would have been able to push you on through.
I think so.
You think you could have stayed high enough?
I couldn't get high enough. Still,
Same.
I know. No, because I was originally trying to go like kind of shoot across
Yeah.
and get up next to the tent because I was going to try to stay between the tent and that white truck that was there because there was room to shoot through there. I think if I got up there and still had momentum, I could have continued to shoot out.
Well, as a guy that had to stop in the
But you had
middle
to stop.
beforehand and then try to get going again, it got awful rowdy up there by
Yeah.
the gate. Right as it was like dipping down.
Yeah,
to
there's
go
a
up
slight
the
dip
hill.
before.
Yeah. I just said, good luck with that, sir.
Yeah.
Because that was nasty.
Put a lift kit on it and some swampers on the her.
I told Jordan on the way back, I said, I guess I'm trading everything I own for a set of like a square body burb on boggers next year.
We need to keep just throwing what marketplace finds at you.
Yeah. Find one eventually.
Get the Dodge gone.
Yeah.
Or
Oh boy.
just put the Dodge on boggers.
I would pull the shit out of the trailer if that's that. And be like, Bill, we'll see you later. Just leaving the mountains in black smoke.
I'm assuming Bill got home okay.
Yeah, he did.
Good.
He left the trailer in my house, so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I really like that latch mechanism.
Now, I may just buy this from Mitten, but I
So
know
you
what he
have to pull
paid
it down?
for it. Yeah.
Huh.
I know what he paid for it. I don't really think I want to pay that for it, though, so. There's that. I mean, I didn't realize how expensive these damn things are.
Yeah.
This is like high class.
Mike O'Brien said he rented a camper this year. It saved the whole weekend.
Oh,
for
sure.
Yeah, if
I'm
you didn't have to
sure
go out
that-
and in.
That's probably the best investment you made all weekend, I bet you were.
Moose Knuckle says, when in doubt, throttle out.
Yes, sir.
I would have tried to bounce mine off the limiter, but I know Jordan was right on the outside of the front wheel. I didn't want to cake him any further. So
Speaking
I
of,
was trying not to.
did you bring my shirt?
No, it did get in the wash though.
Okay.
Dustin said he had no choice. I was able to back up, but that was all she wrote. The two-wheel drive tractor pulled me up to the demo derby guys. Then that was it. Had to wait on the four-wheel drive tractor.
Pulled Bork said, question for each of you guys, what brand and model is your favorite servo?
Three Brothers G13.
G13. Yep.
On the other hand, unless you need a low profile, my other favorite is an 800 LP
From Reefs.
from Reefs. Yeah.
A lot of my, especially my tiny tire things, I use the Amazon 46 kg. It's a metal case, high torque servo.
Yeah. I put the 40 kg in this one, and it handled well. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I got the one I got off you and that thing, and it's fine.
Yeah. The 46 is definitely a step up from these servos that we're talking about, but because I run them in, my Class 2 comp truck has it.
See, when the boys' servos, when they die,
Boyses?
they're getting G13s.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
hell yeah.
Just being done. I mean, it's one of those buy once, cry once deals.
Yeah. I wonder.
Ooh. Carbo said we'll have something out for that soon.
I had a LP proto. Good. Obviously, I'm a dealer for both, but you guys have both been really good to me as far as you, Tom, and then also Reef. So I will definitely support and push both of you, but it's cool to have another option for low profile.
Yep.
We're just waiting on some other things that are maybe a little larger.
Were you standing there?
Truth.
Yeah, I was.
Yes. Truth.
TikTok. I mean,
Well, according to one of our friends, supposedly he keeps pushing it off a couple weeks every time somebody asks him.
well, I'm not gonna stop asking him, so it's either never gonna come out.
Which I called BS on because that just seems like a waste of
How do we get 2 weeks to go away? Like, how do we get it 2 weeks sooner?
I bet if we disable his Facebook, then no one can ask him, and then it has to come out.
Dustin said he had one of the Vanquish guys come by, and I did some soldering for him. It wasn't Josh,
Dan?
so it might have been Dan.
Say Dan and Josh were the only ones.
Have a long beard?
Yeah, that's Dan. Yeah. Did you guys get to talk to Chris Hemmistorm?
No.
No, I talked to him a little bit. It wasn't for very long. I said I was like, you probably don't remember me. I met you last year. Yada yada yada. You had a good trip. He said, yeah. Like, too bad it sucks over here right now because you flew all the way from friggin' Norway or wherever. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. Okay, good. Nice seeing you again.
Moose Knuckles looking for a Send 450, F450. Any leads? You got any? Nope.
You want the whole thing or just the chassis? Because I've got one that I'm thinking about dumping.
Moose Knuckle also said, what's that servo called? The NRSDC or some shit like that?
NSDRC?
Yeah, NSDRC. I don't think any of us have any of his.
No.
servos.
Nope.
Nope.
Metric Matt says, Doug, the boys need leafers before G13s.
Or, why not?
Leafers with G13s. I knew it was coming. Yeah, the alphabet soup servo, Dustin.
Yeah.
Although I think the boys would need dual front and rear anti-rat bars on their leafers.
Just
I
because
think they can handle it. I bet if you made very clear that like you can't drive this, like I think they're both mature enough to probably handle it. I mean, I'm not, but they might be.
At least you admit it. I'm not, but they could be.
I mean, I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
I can.
Moose Knuckles said the whole thing.
I knew I was going to break my TF2 going out, so I just let it happen. / made it happen, but it's whatever. Hey, there's some titties.
So, as soon as my axles went to neutrals,
Is it about time? Seems to be about time, right?
we're 3 minutes past time.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 8:30 already?
I do believe my time says 8:30. I had one of those servos that quit after 3 runs and never again. Oh shit. Ships, 3 brothers, and reefs, and have no complaints of any. Pulled pork. I can't go into all of that. I'm just not an NSDRC
Fanboy.
I'm technically a dealer. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not looking to get in trouble with some people, so I'm not. The more you learn about things, the more the industry in the whole is crazy.
Do not tighten.
We'll just say that. Are you not a team driver? I'm not a team driver for anybody.
I'm a Nilla Bear team driver.
Yeah. I'm my team driver. I'm on team me.
Sponsored by Amazon, eBay.
I'm mostly sponsored by eBay.
Speaking of my sponsors,
That's funny.
Sugar Mama.
Does she have clothes on this time?
I heard fuck off. Oh, I missed it. There you go.
We support all companies in the hobby. No need to bash anyone. Use
you
the
go.
parts that do good for you. I would agree with that. I just have my preferences, and mine go, I think, closer to. I use the people that I like that are good to me, and have been helpful towards me. I guess is all I can really say about it.
That's fair.
You know, mean, it really doesn't matter because in the long run, or I guess, yeah, in the long run, Tom's always been good to me and Reef has been good to me. Reef was actually the first one that let me be a dealer for anything. So I probably owe him a lot to where I could say, well, I'm a Reef's dealer and I'm looking for some other opportunities, you know, whatever. I hate this thing. I don't even know.
It's probably why I said here. You
Part of me wants to buy it from him. Part of me wants to throw it at him. So. Anyway,
How much more steering than that do you want?
one of his was locked. Is like you wouldn't. Is this delicious? Because it looks delicious.
It looks delicious.
It's delicious.
How many more?
That is a lot of throw.
Oh, that's silly. That tastes like fluffy peanut butter.
I wonder if it's the inner C's that are different.
Yeah, the inner U joints. Yep.
Because I'll show you what all I had to cut out.
I just like the servo because I've had one in my big capper for like 2 years with zero problems. We picked up a few sets of their shocks this weekend. Moose Snuggle, I think the whole servo thing and people being so like team this or that, whatever, I think that's why the crawler cult shirts sell so well. The servo shirts.
Nobody's team.
Because, yeah. But
I like his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Passenger knuckle.
Rob says I've had good luck with Shift, Reefs, and Three Brothers. Me too. I've had some home stuff that I like as well, but
So you may have issues because you're leafing it, so it won't have a panhard.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't have a panhard, so. That's not a 10T though either. Sure.
No. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if the inner C is different.
Oh, I didn't even look at that part. I just looked at. Yeah, the C is slightly different. I don't know. Did I just put my elbow in? Nope, I guess not. Good. This is good.
yeah. Oops, sorry.
I don't know. Josh said he picked up a few of their shocks this weekend. Actually, I think you just said that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Had good luck with Shift Reefs and Three Bros.
Did anybody else get the limited edition first drop, whatever the hell you want to call it, crawler cult shirt of the Shift servo or the Servo Wars? While they played the Star Wars theme.
Do not. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Were you not over there or did you just not get
Nope,
one?
I didn't get over there.
Oh, okay. I got over there. I was just going to have him hold one back for me because I asked about it and he wouldn't let me get one ahead of time, which is fair. That's whatever, you know. I just knew that it was going to be possible that I'd miss it. And so one of the guys looked at me and I made contact with him. I was like, 2X for me. He goes, okay. And all of a sudden he's like, come here. And I was like, all right. And I walked like behind him and I just saw about 10 people in line just going, the fuck is this guy doing? And I was just like, but it was too late. I was already blown up. But whatever.
Robert got the shirt.
Good.
Metro Man says my wife asked me why I bought a Star Wars shirt.
I was gonna say,
Nice.
Matt and I were in line, and I heard the lady in front of us ask for a 3X, and they were out. So I was like, all right. I was like, well, maybe they have a 4X. They did not. So I'll get you one.
Moose Knuckles says, so Mr. Bowman, how about that Sen? Want to get with me on the Book of Phases?
Okay. I'll need a minute because I got to figure out what I'm gonna do to replace it before I get rid of it. But give me like until the weekend and I'll look at it and see what I want to do. Because because that's what's under my lifted crew cab. And I can figure out body mounts, but I don't like them. Everything I've done, I don't like. So I'm thinking about chopping a VP chassis. I'll probably do the tuck under at the cab, let it come up, and then as it goes straight, I'll chop it when it goes back down, and then I'm gonna cut another one and just extend it. So that way it's all flat and straight at the back. So then I can...
Dustin says, I don't even try to get shirts. Nobody has fat bastard sizes.
I had one, you dildo, and then he never came and got it.
Well, I got this shirt. Tiny Truck Therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of those.
I don't think I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, never mind.
That's the guy I found my XR10 bills from.
I would say I honestly I don't know who it was. I did thank him for it, but
Yeah.
Yep. Moose wanted a set of the 10th anniversary wheels. I bet a lot of people wanted a set of those. Pulled Pork, it says, is that Servo Wars shirt targeted at NSDRC?
No.
That shirt is funny.
It's targeted at people that are so, like, hardcore team this. Like, if you don't run a Jordan's Super Servo, then you're an idiot. Like, there is some... And I think it just is servos. Am I wrong? Is there, like, another part?
yeah, fuck Traxxas.
Okay, yeah, that too, but...
Team not to sell.
Not too so. But...
I gotta ask, what is this? Because it's delicious.
It is no bake, peanut butter, Oreo pie.
Yeah. Carbo Nuts is hungry now.
That should've taken me straight into diabetes.
Diabetes.
Little diabetes.
Because if I wasn't too lazy to go back upstairs and ask Kaylee for more than that, probably would.
Well, the trick to that is switch over and you order another piece.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think we managed. We don't get.
Dildo wasn't at all. It'd be a belly shirt on me, and you didn't want to see that. I mean, debatable. Did y'all get soaked from all the rain? I mean,
No, because I had a
would-
raincoat on.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
yeah,
soaked.
I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed under the canopy. Aren't they all just rebranded AFGRC servos? I don't know. That's what I'm gonna say, because I don't see how some people can say we're working on a servo, yada yada yada, and not be designing it, I guess. Like, I don't see how we could all three buy a servo A. I mean, I'm sure you could, but what I'm saying is I don't see some of the people that we know and that we don't know, you know, whatever, saying, okay, well, I'm just going to buy a servo A off of this catalog, whatever the hell, put my sticker on it. Like, I know some people could do that, but I just don't see I guess maybe some of them, but not all of them, I guess. Like,
Carbonut says he says he misses the old high-tech TG servos with 333 ounces.
no joke, dude.
Josh, I saw a couple of rigs that had the old JR 8711 and the JR 4600 servos. Oh, the 8711 was the killer.
That's a bad
That was
one.
the ultimate torque. I think it was what, 400 ounces.
Probably, yeah. I had a 5645. I think I have a 5645 on my Scorpion, the Shelf Scorpion, or the TLT, one or the other. I know I used to buy those things and was just like,
Yeah, I got a bad
can't
taste
tell
in my
me
mouth.
nothing.
I got a bad taste with high tech because I had one on a T Max and it failed within a month.
What it tastes like?
Yeah, nasty.
Semen.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I don't give a shit
Moose
what the
don't-
brand is.
Yeah,
It worked.
Moose says, I don't give a shit what the brand is. If it works really good and it doesn't cause me to receive a beating from my wife for buying it, I'm in. No, for sure. Ryan says it don't matter what servo I run as long as it has plenty of power and the turns on my truck left or right. I'm not really picky. I'm still running a high-tech servo. I mean, I've run a couple high-tech. I ran, well, that was a little different. I ran a high-tech in my Derby Slash, but that was because it had that regenerative power thing, and it had a capacitor. And in RC Derby stuff, you're basically seeing how long you can have the battery last. So with a little, it would just charge that capacitor, which would run the battery. So it was building back power into it or whatever. So, okay, smart. But that thing was like $200.
Also, Rob said, why don't you just build your own flat rail?
I don't want to. It's easier for me to cut 2 VP chassis and
Well,
basically, if I'm being honest. I mean, the VP skid will slide right into the VP chassis. Just be done with it. You know what I mean?
or you could build a full tube chassis.
I've thought about that.
Double bar, or double.
That sounds terrible.
Double frame rail.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Dude, you can experiment with square box tube frame.
Ooh, getting crazy.
So I made a post on RC crawler or RC tube chassis today, looking for square tubing.
Really?
I don't think they make it tube until it's like half an inch or something.
Stock car doesn't have?
Not that I can find. Because I want 3/16 square.
They make a rod, because that's what the Suburban out of the or the frame under the red Suburban's from. But I don't think they
I guess I
make
could do that.
tube.
I think the closest you're gonna come, you have to find one of those, like the metal bin at the hobby store. That was it, J&S metal or something?
Yeah.
But I don't think they're tube though, right? Or they're
You get
really
tubing,
thin aluminum.
But it's all brass, I think.
Yeah.
Even if it's brass, you can still brace to it.
Is Rocktober normally first or
Second
second
week.
weekend?
If you're gonna paint it anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right. Can I braze steel to it?
I think
I
so.
would assume so.
And then would that be strong enough for an axle truss?
That's a,
I don't know about that.
Lots of bracing. Oh, let's see. Is Rocktober normally first or second weekend? Yes. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't remember 3 weeks ago, let alone.
I think one.
Yeah. I would count on it being one of the first 2 weekends of October. That's all I can say.
Because my birthday was same week of last year.
Yeah. Got it? What are you doing?
I just put it on the road.
Okay.
Because I need to make a truss
I trust you.
I trust you.
over, obviously from the upper mounts here, and I was going to brace it against these mounts, but I need to raise a mount up to about here.
Why?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing?
What are you doing?
Triangulated lower,
Oh, I know what you're doing. Okay.
trailing down.
Yeah.
So I thought,
Instagram Jeep.
no, the Wolf Racing IFS rig.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was saying about the other one with the.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. So I thought about just basically bringing a plate from the outside of this mount up on both sides, and then possibly an extra ear up off this side. So basically, this mount shifted over a little bit, raised up.
Okay. Here's a question.
I have an idea too.
Why could you not go off of this side of the bolt, like with a sleeve basically, and up, and then just have another little doodad there? Or are you thinking it'll bend it?
Wait, say that again?
So make a plate, kind of like you do with a leaf spring mount, because you're wanting to like just up here, right? Just
So
farther
I
up.
basically need it up here where like this is. So like
Right.
this.
Are you gonna make a skid on your triangulated lower?
Yeah.
What about taking your entire center section,
I was just thinking that too.
flipping it over?
No, it'll triangulate to the skid. They'll go from here in.
Okay.
So it'll be
Yeah, you're similar to that.
similar to that. And then instead of triangulated uppers, they will just be out here and be straight.
Okay.
Then you gonna run a panhard too or anything, or is it? You think?
No, the triangulated lowers will be enough.
Okay. Because what I was thinking is you just run a plate up, like kind of like a leaf mount or whatever, but instead of folding back, it just comes up, and then you could have, like maybe you could make like an L bracket kind of thing that goes from there to there, so you got double. You got them both here, almost like a leaf spring mount for the RC 4-drive, where it kind of Y's out.
Yeah.
Just flip that around, kind of thing, and then just have them both standing up there. But I do see what you'd say, or what you're saying, as far as then it would need some sort of bracing.
So my thought is, for the square tubing, and I guess I can use round tubing too, but I think it would look better
Square.
with the backbone and stuff to be square. But basically, it would square tubing from here, and then come up over the pumpkin, and then over to here, and there would be a plate off of this side to it, this side, and these two would come up high for my link mount, and then I would do 2 more tabs to tie into these to hold that truss.
Yeah, I think we're saying the same thing. I don't know if I'm getting it. Without the truss, I'm saying the exact same thing, mounting, as I think you are. But you're wanting to tie it all together like that.
I guess depending on how, if I made the plate thick enough.
What are you gonna do with it? Is it gonna be a crawler? There's like a U4 thing.
Plan is for
sit
like
on the shelf.
See that
Yeah.
shelf behind you?
If it's gonna sit on the shelf, then who gives a shit if it's tube or not? Just make it out of solid. And who cares what it weighs?
Well, yeah, and I mean, even if it was heavy, then it
It's
being
not
on the
low.
axle, it's
Right.
not that big of a deal.
Is the upper arm going to be in this area or inside the area? Is
I was
it
basically going to use this mount.
the outside one? Okay.
Yeah. So what was the shock? Raise that up.
What about? I mean, I know it's drilling into that housing,
I thought about that too.
like mounting a U bracket off of this flat edge. So then your pivot's actually back here, but you're still pushing directly down on the axle.
If I do something like that, I may not use a curry.
Yeah, I
You gonna use a churry?
Yeah. I may use a chorizo axle.
I mean, at that point, I don't necessarily know that I'd blame you. Or, if nothing else, use a chorizo axle. I'm gonna start calling them chorizos now. I actually love that. Use a
Oh, that
China.
doesn't really make sense because they're definitely not made in Mexico.
Yeah, use use one of the CCP axles, and then once you get it down, like maybe you could use an actual curry. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
that way, if you lop a bunch of shit off, it's just a housing. Moose Knuckle says, all seriously though, does Josh say anything about BTC? I have no idea.
haven't
I
seen
don't-
anything yet.
I don't follow him, so I don't know. Playboy said, what do you think about my AliExpress LCG chassis kit? I don't have a...
I don't have a AliExpress.
I got nothing for you.
Who do you think has a LCG chassis kit, Playboy?
Yeah, as I say, I don't have any. I learned that whenever I talk to people and we answer questions and stuff, how much I find something I like and then I just balls out on it. Because, like, he's saying something, I read when you built. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know about any red chassis.
A red truck? I I don't have.
Playboy, let's narrow it down. Which of the three of us?
Yeah.
are we
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to?
Yeah,
Let's
that
go with
would,
that
that
one.
would be a good one. I have a red comp truck, which is the only thing I can think of.
I was gonna say my comp truck's also red.
Mine's a brazen. Tried and red. Tried and red?
Or maybe Trident red? Like the color Trident
Gold.
red?
maybe?
Trimmed
Trim.
red.
The only thing I can think of is my class 2, the bug, because it's a brazen. I don't use anything but brazen chassis on my performance. I have three flat lines and a hard line.
But in that case, it performs really well.
Yeah, my brazen's a killer. I tried selling it this weekend and nobody wanted it, but so I guess I might have to part it out or something. But that thing's awesome. It doesn't make me want to comp this year, but it's pretty rad.
Doug, when is your next comp?
This
I
weekend.
don't know. He said yes, that's
Yes,
the one.
that's the one. I thought I saw it on AliExpress. Maybe. I mean, it's a brazen. That's not to say that they didn't copy
So,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Anything they can copy, they will if they think they can make money. So
I don't know. I would have to look at the schedule to see when our next one. I mean, our first one was last weekend. Last.
So you still got a couple weeks.
Yeah, at least.
So how many events did you guys get invited to? Either one of you get invited to 74 events at
Nope.
Beat Creek? No. I had
Just
one
you.
guy.
We're not popular, dude.
Whatever. I had one guy asked me to go. Where was that? I know that was me and Glenn. I can't remember. I got a thing, and he said he would message me. So somebody asked me to go somewhere. It's here in Indiana. He's in, I don't know, like an hour and a half away. And then I heard of another swap meet from Mitten. He said one of our other friends was throwing a swap meet, but it's 45 minutes farther away than Chillicothe.
Oh, geez.
And I told him that I will not be making that
Ugh.
because, goodness, that was... Chillicothe was already not close. Is that earwax?
I don't know what the hell that is. You have
That's gross.
New roll.
Oh yeah, buddy.
I wanted to run my 10 Pro, but didn't want to put it in all that mud, so I just fucked around with it. 100%. DR said I got asked to go to one in Wisconsin. There you go. I got asked to go to one in North Carolina. That Squatch guy came up to me and blocked out the sun. I know why they call him Squatch. That's a big feller. And I'm not a little fella, but that's a big dude. He shook my hand, and it was just like, Jesus Christ, you're a big super, super nice. I told him that I would probably do like a sponsor or something for him. I'll send him some stuff or whatever. Because going to North Carolina, I think it was in June. I want to say it was in June. It was not close, but it's only like 6 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
And with me kind of wanting to do something with my wife and kids at some point in time this summer, go somewhere. Plus, I want to save a couple days for October. I just don't know if I can. I mean, because North Carolina, that's 8 hours. So, that's whoever goes with me. If you guys go with me, that's the three of us in the bird for 8 hours.
Yeah.
I doubt we're going to leave at 2 o'clock in the morning and get there at 10. So, we're there, go to a motel for the night, get up the next morning, set up, do the thing, whatever. It'd just be like BtC, but farther away. It's just really far.
So you see how it looks like the
Bearings or shit.
well, no, like
The nub is huge.
axle shaft is giant.
Yeah, it's just grease,
That's
isn't
just
it?
all grease. There's just one little nub there.
Icky. That legit looks like just earwax. Whoa.
Whoa.
Sir, calm down.
Gross.
Did you get invited by the guy that messes with corn? Yeah, he invited me to T5 T2 T25, whatever the hell that's called.
That's that Scale Expo, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a trail through the woods or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I would love to go to Ryan stuff, but once again, Pennsylvania is not any like the wild thing is we can't get to Pennsylvania, which is only a state and a half over, any faster than we can get to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Like it's still 7 hours or whatever.
Yeah, you're like 4 to 5 hours to the border.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Straight across, yeah.
Because that's where my dad bought his old.
Smell good?
We drove.
God.
Oh, I know what that is. It smells like the bottom end of an old engine.
Oh yeah.
I actually like that smell. Not gonna lie.
It's not bad.
Um,
You're just a puss.
little bitch.
Well, I've never smelled that out of tiny truck axles.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Doesn't really
fine.
matter. I mean, there's a couple places it would matter if I smelled it, but anywhere else it's fine. In June, yes, Moose Knuckle. That's one of the ones we got.
Doug, can I have the blue driver? Can I have?
Yeah, I mean,
You have the good stuff over there. Why do you want this one?
Because my hands are slimy and I need more grip. Because this is on here good. Here it goes.
Rob said 18th is We Rock, 25th is 0 to 2. Chad said, sorry I'm late. Tiny
Mr.
trip
Harvey,
to the
hello.
woods. Yes, sir. There's Mr. I swept all the awards at the show and shine.
Yeah. Congrats.
I should have taken the Burb. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure I could have taken one of those Jeeps and, then my other truck wouldn't have been so expensive. But it's whatever.
Straight interstate though. Easy drive.
Yeah, I know.
Dear God.
I figured you'd like that.
Why are these?
Dude, what is it?
There's no way that this man didn't just drive these around.
There's like 6 different kinds of grease in there. There's brown,
But look how clean.
green.
Is it like rusted brown too?
Look how clean that house. Like the
That looks
bottom,
like dog shit.
But look how clean the bottom of the housing is. For this
fuck?
nasty of. Like what the fuck?
This is like, hey, I'm going running. Unscrew, squirt, screw it back in every single time.
I mean, that looks like what I would.
Yeah, that smells like a machine shop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to
I'll
this.
say it smells like work. I remember that job.
Yeah.
So Moose Knuckle says straight interstate though, easy drive. Like it's not the fact that it's not an easy drive. It's just like I have to take days off of work. I already probably took 4 or 5 days off of work because of other accident stuff. Like some stuff with family and then stuff with my son. So I'm already blasting through. I did decide from now on, I'm not taking the day off before again. I'm taking the Monday after.
Oh, okay.
So like I was dumb and took Wednesday off.
You go.
I'm gonna get some bearings.
Holy shit.
Wow. You could have had a pinion gear like just TF2.
It was probably all the grease that just held it all together though.
The grease was pushing it like,
You packed the bearings? I sure did.
yeah, all of it.
I want to buy a EasyRC 1/18th Glacier and build it into a K30 dually. What can I for taller axle? What?
I am not familiar with the Easy RC at all.
I don't know, but every time I see one, I just have to tell myself that small scale is not for me, and I continue on about my day because
That's the whole last bearing. Come.
oh Jesus,
That you're pulling out without even removing
yeah.
the clamp.
Yeah, it was like outside, but I
Um,
couldn't scrape off.
Yeah, Jacob, I don't know.
Bruh.
I would assume, I don't know. I don't know about a taller axle. I don't know what you mean. If it should have leaf springs, so you just spacers is really the only way to lift some of that stuff.
lift kit.
Chad Harvey said cutting fluid and metal. Kinda. It smells like old oil.
It's old oil smell, yeah.
Yeah, it's old oil. And I do smell the cutting fluid, and it does smell like a drill press. All right, I'm over here huffing that thing. You gotta get away from me.
Moose Knuckles says, well, shit, tell the kids no more broken bones fucking with vacation days.
Dude, believe me, I know. I had to take.
No more trampoline house.
I didn't have to. I took 2 days off from my grandpa whenever he was in the hospital, and then I took 2, maybe 3 days off when Holden broke his arm, because I took the initial other day off the day after, because that's when he had to go back and get everything. and then I took the day of his surgery off, and I think I took the day after his surgery or something. I don't remember. So, but, yeah, I got to see how many hours I have left. That'll depend. That'll do a lot of my decision making.
Playboy says his dog has more fun with its 18th and 24 scale trucks than he does.
Yeah.
They're their size. They're chasing them.
Yeah. I talk a lot of shit about, small scale stuff. Like, I don't really like them. I'm not trying to get into that. And it would be very dangerous for me, especially now that we are venturing into smaller tire, more realism things to make you just put me on a model scale and I'm done. Like, I'm gonna go balls out. But I mean, not plus. My fenders are not made for the tiny things. Too big of hands and not enough eyesight. Knock on wood, my eyes are still good. My hands, not so much. I mean, like, they're okay, but I have trouble dealing with like little 1.5 millimeter screws. I couldn't do a whole truck of whatever, like, tiny shit. I'll lose it.
Yeah, so it's gonna make them a little bit wider.
I know for sure I'm going to October. Might try to make the PA event, but I don't do scale shit. So, yeah, we're going to October. We'll be there. I mean, Jordan and I will be there. Doug, you said you didn't know, right?
I said I don't know right now.
Some stuff out.
Yep.
Hopefully Logan can go by then. We can drag him. And I think Bill said he was going. He's in. So we've got a personal chef. Hopefully, if he's still here, I don't know if he's still here, we can convince Metric
Out in his shed.
Yeah, he's probably out in his shed. his shed that's as big as my house.
This is disgusting.
We can convince Metric Matt to come back.
Scott Griffin is going to October.
Oh yeah, boy. Good. Good. Love to hear it.
Moose Knuckle says he knows for sure he's going to October. He might try to make the PA event.
Yeah. Doug, with those F10Ts, you put an offer in on Friday.
Yes, I did. No, these are not the ones I put an offer in on Friday. These.
Those are China boys.
Yes, these are China Boy F10s, which are good enough for me for this one.
Ooh, this.
So you could say I put an offer in on Sunday and I got them today. So, or put an offer in Saturday while we were sitting in the rain.
Well, I think with the bearings being trashed,
and then as soon as we're done here,
it did.
I found somebody.
I don't think they might
that has
have
F10T leaf mounts that will work for these. So I will have leaf mounts coming on the way.
Do you need a set of F10Ts other than those? No. Okay.
No.
I say I might have some. I think that I'm gonna sell. They're not the right color.
I put an offer in on a real set, and he didn't accept. So it was his loss. They were still there Sunday when I went over there too.
Well, with my new housing that I got, I'll probably be pulling the housings off or out. I'll be pulling the internals out of the housings I have, and then just selling the housings.
Clear or blacks?
Clear. That's why they're out of here.
Let me know.
I will. They're brand new. So.
Because I picked up a set of HD 44 housings.
Ooh. Do a little swappy spot.
That I have also.
they're clear.
They're clear.
Never mind. Just joking.
You wouldn't like them.
All right. Well, at least the pinion is VP.
Yeah. Is that a one piece? No, that's not a one piece because you're just talking about the bolts.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, there's bolts? You can't see the bolts with all the grease.
No, that's not the only problem.
With the bearing being trashed, it ate up those screws.
It did. Yeah. There's no hole left at all. You like waller out, like clean out the inside of the screw hole. Yeah.
They're good.
Oh yeah.
They're fine.
They're just packed so full of grease. They look like they're worn down.
No, they're definitely worn down.
No,
The gear goes like this. You want me to take it to work and just flatten it?
Right down to the heads, so that just the heads pop off and.
Yeah, I mean, lighten the gear. I hope they put Rocktober dates out kind of soon. I want to get a camping spot at one of the nearbys for the camper. The worst thing you can do is to ask on Facebook. They'll probably have them out. I would say it'll be late July, maybe early August is usually, like about 2 months beforehand, something like that. That's usually when they put them out, right? That's about when they put them out.
I honestly, I don't pay attention to the dates. I don't pay attention to, I mean, other than May and October.
Yeah.
Like, I just, oh, they announced it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
There's plenty of other random facts up here in the head that
Oh no, I get it.
dates are not, for whatever reason, are not.
Yeah, I know. I saw a guy at like 10 o'clock this morning asking about the dates for October. I was like, bro,
It's like, let them get through
these
this
dudes
weekend.
probably just got up for the day.
Yeah, they're napping.
They're still sleeping. They're probably still sleeping.
He says, yeah, I'm not asking on there. I've already seen the question about 20 times already.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna. I'll be the Debbie Downer, and I'll say that after the weekend, if they're not questioning whether they want to kind of mess around with doing some of that stuff again, I would be surprised.
Or at least do it a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the grass is just going to be growing back by October. But then if it rains again, we'll just come in there and yee it.
Right.
I mean, I hope not. I hope he does have it, but I could see why he would not, I guess. Is that a metal bumper?
It is.
Hell yeah, brother. You gonna get you some PL lights on the top?
Ooh, that would look good.
You know, I didn't think about the PA lights. I was thinking about a small, just LED bar.
Oh yeah, that too. A little 1 inch.
Something.
Little 1 inch killer.
Yeah.
I know that guy. You getting over there, bud?
No. I'm having a bad time.
That looks like you wiped your ass with that toilet paper. This is gross. There's a lot of dirt in there. But I do agree with you. For the look of the bottom of that housing, that thing's nasty.
And surprisingly, they spun really freely.
Yeah. That's a cool story.
Is the bottom all scratched up?
No.
No, it's really not.
Like, they look like they have 100,000 miles
Mhm.
on them. This looks like one of them pressure washed 5.3s. They're like, oh, it's only got 30,000 miles on it, but it's literally 330,000. 10 a.m. this morning, they still didn't have everyone pulled out yet. Holy shit.
Yeah, because they just pulled Corn Messer's camper out
Oh,
today.
yeah. He was talking about, because he was staying. It didn't matter because
okay.
I'm almost positive he said he was staying until today and then trying to figure out. He was talking about leaving the camper there, pulling it out a little bit, letting it dry, and then somebody had a car and he was going to fly back, have Joe pick him up at the airport and then go get it or something like that. So I don't know if that. Oh man, I just stuck my finger in that.
Just lick your finger. Yeah, like even the
Love it.
front isn't.
I'm anxious to see that.
Yeah, open that one.
Oh, here, let me put this one.
Do it.
Do it. You can do it.
Nicholas Steffi says, good evening.
Hello. Oh, it's you.
My foot.
It
Sorry.
sounded like it was on that window. I was like, oh shit, we gonna shoot somebody?
We'll be here one night doing this, and we'll just hear a knock on the wall.
Yeah. Hello?
Shut up over there.
Oh, because his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hate to see that happen, but you know. Does he stay? Did he say how long he's gonna stay? Like, what's the plan there? I mean, he's probably staying long enough that you're building him a room. I mean, I get that part.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no end date. Not discussed. So if he lives here until he's 40, then so be it. Or
Why does he get a room? I mean, your last roommate didn't even
yeah,
have a
she
room.
just had to slum it on the bed over there.
I like him.
Oh, that's a good point. Is he gonna fall down the stairs though? She was comical. I'll give her that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
leaving vibrators everywhere and falling down the stairs and just being a general idiot. I did see that. Will he be a guest on the show when Doug bails on you guys? That's a good idea. Does he know anything about RC stuff?
He has a little bit of knowledge.
You know what we could do?
He's not into crawlers or anything.
Okay, so then what we could do is we could have him in here, and then we could let him try to answer questions and just see.
Yeah. What does this smell like?
Or we could just have everybody like just talking like we are, and then every time someone asks a question, we could go, "What do you think?"
Yeah.
And just let him try to wing
That's
it.
how deep or thick it is in there.
Yeah.
Dustin says, can he read comments?
I don't know. I assume he can read. He's from Kentucky too, though, right?
He is
Yeah.
literate.
Maybe not.
Yes.
Well, no.
Did you not clean the rest of that gunk out?
No.
What are you? That dirt,
He's got to take it apart anyway. Put bearings in it.
brother.
It's coming back apart.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm literally on. Yeah, I didn't put bearings on the ring gear.
Okay. There you go. I don't know where my slow fuck went. I have to find it.
Or it's like it'd be like the pizza truck.
Shout out to DR sitting there in the rain and mud just soldering away. 100%. The doctor is good people.
He said he definitely had some time. There was spots in time he could actually stand up and
That's good.
stretch, so he wasn't constantly
That's
sitting
good.
the whole day. So that's good.
I mean, it makes less money that way from not doing stuff, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Watching him like last year just sit there
Dude, there was a
and
line.
not even have an idea what time it is.
Yeah.
You walk over there and he's like, "Is it Saturday?" You're like, "Yes, dude, it's it's Saturday." And it's already 4. It's like, damn. I think I have to pee. I'll watch this for you.
The wet spot under you says you already did.
Yeah, right?
Every once in a while, I would get a little shocking tingle.
I bet. So, I have to order a soldering iron.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Soldering iron.
This reminds me I should stop being a cheap ass.
What? Oh, because you got those are the ones you got for a deal, though, yeah?
Yeah.
I guess I could open mine. I don't think I ever opened them when I owned them, and then Dakota owned them, and then now I got them back. So,
All right.
Dustin's asking, what are you gonna get?
I don't know. I don't know shit about soldering irons, so.
Moose Knuckle says, Dustin, isn't the shock your kink?
Hit me again, Daddy.
I think you should just get a Harbor Freight deal to start with.
Oh, God, no.
Dude, that's been like the best soldering iron for me.
Well,
Is the little $5 iron from Harbor
I had
Freight.
one of those. I really can't. I won't learn anything on that. I have to get a better one so that way I can solder bigger things.
That's not tight.
My thing is,
Everything's been really tight.
my thing
It's like
is,
Matt put it together.
really. Anyway, rude. I would assume that if I get a better soldering iron, my experience learning will be better.
Okay.
You know,
Pulled Pork says, get the new ProTech solder station. You got one that's super nice. Moose Knuckle says, Dustin, I guess since you weren't as busy this year, I didn't have to help you. Maybe next year. I believe I had was it Hobbyco 959 soldering station at one point?
okay.
It wasn't bad until the end of the iron melted. It was like, yes, you could turn it up to a higher temperature and get a quick thing, but it was melting the body of the iron.
Yeah,
So then this tip started bending upward because the handle would melt.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Most I don't remember even seeing you. I don't know that.
William has a Weller.
Okay. Isn't that that's the good one, right? You said that was like the snap-on of soldering irons.
I think so.
Arms, soldering
Arms.
arms. Soldering arms. Let's see what I got here. So excited. Whoops. Probably use the right tool. Oh, God. The Beluga is cool enough, and wife approved a hard body build. Hey-o! You're welcome.
Cool.
That thing was... If I do say so myself, that thing was a hit this weekend. I am so happy that everybody liked that. That made me feel good. I won't lie about it. I did.
I almost thought I was seeing a screw strip.
Nope.
Well, it will now.
No, it was the last one.
Okay.
Well, it's these
Oh, these are.
kingpins or whatever that
This has nothing in
are
it.
a little sloppy. Well, at least this thing will have fresh bearings in it before I
Jesus,
Put
it's
it
like
in my-
Jordan put this together.
Bronco bot or buggy.
Bronco buggy?
Yeah, I think these are gonna be for my Bronco.
I'm pondering doing H10s in that. In mine. Are you doing H10s or did you just say you-
H10s?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I'm just doing
Regular.
F10s.
I've pondered it. I haven't set a H10s, and I know they're easy to come by, but it's like I go from I'm gonna use these, and then I
already
throw them in the
smelling
box.
this one.
I'm gonna throw it in a box, and then I go, I'm never gonna use these, and I throw it in a for sale box. And right before I go, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep
use
these.
those.
I'm just gonna keep them just in case I want to use them. It's like I could just sell them, you know. Just don't get the Killer Body LC70 because that's a very
The fuck? What the hell?
What? What?
Where's the grease?
Oh, hey, look at this! I got white grease in there. It's clean. Dang! Look at that boy. That wasn't me. Glenn must have done
That's a
this.
fresh build.
Glenn must have been in here because I don't use this white lithium stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
And it's
fresh,
not full enough.
fresh grease. I put so much in there, it's like the true level of
I
grease.
do. I do. I put that shit in there to where the ring and pinion are almost waterproof.
Moose said Dustin probably couldn't recognize him through the poncho. Dustin says he doesn't recognize anyone anymore. Playboy says just don't get the Killer Body LC70 because that's very difficult to get into lineup body gaps.
I have one. I didn't think it was terrible, but I would agree that that is not just something you're going to throw together. That's
Yeah.
You got to do the body work on that. You've got to make it fit. I kind of feel like while I'm in here, I probably ought to put some Lucas in there
Is the
anyway.
bearing trash in that too?
Yeah.
Dang, that sucks. Oh goodness.
Hmm.
I ponder it. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Because you got the goopy nasty also in there. Or I wonder if someone ran it in the water and then instead of tearing it back apart, they just popped the covers off and went and just jammed a bunch of grease in there. That's why it's brown and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Is that there was already rust in it and it was already trash.
But I'm amazed. I guess
By you?
instead of just showing us.
Baby, I'm amazed by
So
you.
the rear axle housing
Nothing. Okay, cool.
was caked full, and then the front looks empty. Like there's nothing.
Nothing.
Nada. Pulled pork always uses white lithium grease.
Bearings are trashed all around.
That Logan would be happy I'm using this brush. Speaking of, when does he get up or whatever he's doing?
You know, I don't know. Was today first day?
Today's his first day.
He hasn't been on here, has he?
No.
Oh, that's because he's the shift, didn't he?
Yeah, he
And
should
he's
be up
working
by
right now.
No, because he was talking about orientation.
He's got orientation today or tomorrow.
Looks
or
like
this week?
strawberry cream cheese now.
It does. He has orientation this week,
Yeah, he said something about
and
orientation.
he's on days.
Maybe.
Well, then why the hell couldn't he go to Beat the Creek? He wasn't doing anything but watching safety videos anyway. Don't stick your hand in the gears.
Moose Knuckle uses white lithium for everything. Playboy says Cower sea grease.
I like this stuff.
Yeah, these guys are a fan of red and tacky, and I use blue marine grease on all of mine.
I like my women like I like my grease. Nice and tacky. I like my women just a little on the trashy side. When they wear their clothes too tight, their hair is dead. Except for my wife. She was the one person that I chose differently. She's not tacky or anything like my other ex-girlfriends.
As it squishes out.
Maybe I What? Jesus.
Well, I got 4 screws in this.
Hey-o.
6-bolt locker.
4 out of 6. Ain't bad. I like the blue VP grease. I wasn't a fan of that stuff. It's convenient, but I really wasn't a fan. Sup, guts?
What the hell?
I'm sure it's supposed to say guys. By the
Yeah.
way, silicone and lithium ideally shouldn't be mixed. Apparently, it can cause them to break down. It'd be fine.
Can't see it once it's in there.
Yep. I'll never know the difference.
Well,
One of them's got to win, though, right? Like, if one of them's stronger than the other or whatever, like, one of them just pushes the other down. See, these are the theories that I believe in. But anyway, Rudy, thank you for the info. I will use that in the future, but that is not... I'm not taking it back apart.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. Usually, I just pack it full of red and tacky and go on about my life, honestly, so...
well, the front axle is better than the rear, but
Well, better than garbage is still can be garbage.
ta-da!
They both are.
Sup, guts? I'm now gonna call you guys guts every once in a while. Sup, guts?
That'll be our morning message. Sub guts.
Jim, I need bearings.
Get him.
He's right next to you all weekend. Why didn't
He
you
was.
see?
What the hell?
I didn't know
didn't-
I needed bearings for this.
Do y'all know who makes dump trailers for 10th scale? I don't think anybody does.
Negative.
All that construction equipment stuff is all 14 scale usually. So you're gonna have to build it yourself, or you're gonna have to have someone custom build it. And man, if you have someone custom built a 10th scale trailer, I hope you got some dollars to throw at them because they're gonna require it.
There was a guy on the other side that was making 10 scale Toyota bed trailers.
Oh yeah,
They were all like 3D printed. They had a solid axle. They were actually leaf spring trailers. That's pretty nice.
That dumpster that we saw was pretty cool looking.
yeah.
The long one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was the same place. That's what. Yeah, that's where
Oh,
the
really?
trailer were.
That was You're Done, right? Wasn't that Jeremy? Jeremy?
Was it?
I thought so. Maybe. Shut up. No, it
I
wasn't.
don't think so.
I lied. That was whoever next to him. Yeah, because old girl was saying that they could scale them up or down, whatever. That one was like 1/14 scale.
There were
And
3 different
then-
lengths that she could do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then told us that next year they were planning on scaling it up to where it would fit the back of a TRX-6. That's
Really?
gonna be a big ass dumpster.
That is.
That's gonna be like,
And that's how we knew it was cool.
yep. She said, we're gonna put it on a Traxxas, and I was like, bleh!
Did you guys run any trails with your SCX6s? Nope, we didn't run them at all.
We didn't get to.
Justin says, back when I actually built trucks, I ran the Jim's bearings, stainless bearings, and Hawk Tua on that ring gear, then send it.
It's funny. Jim's a good dude. So,
The only stainless bearing kit I've got is in the 6.
I don't even know.
I figured that one was like gonna live its life in a creek bed.
In water.
So
I can't remember if, I don't think I've put bearings in there yet.
No, mine are all still stock.
oh, my axles were trashed.
Yeah.
Again,
No, I take that back.
got me a good
because
deal.
They're not. They're replaced. They're not OEMs, but they are replaced because I rebuilt them before I even had my cage done. Yep. So it's got newish bearings, but they're just like stock rubber sealed stuff.
I don't think I did. I think mine are still stock.
RC Garage Guy says 9 and 10 were fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 9. Yeah.
We were in
Jay
9
Fitch.
last year.
Yeah, 9 was awesome. Jay's gonna have to see about having someone custom build some metal flat tube fenders and rock sliders for his Michigan.
That'd be cool.
Matt, did you install your servo extension?
I did not. I didn't run my 6, so I never messed with it, to tell you the truth. And now I'm probably going to cut it all apart, so it'll be even longer.
Again.
Yeah. Well, I just built those things real fast. I'll probably try to cut the servo, or the servo mount off the chassis and unbraze it from everything, and then I'm going to tube it from there, because I've got those things that Andre sent me, so. Which sucks, because I was looking at it, and instead of running a seat bar and then doing like an X or whatever from the roof line to the seat bar, I didn't put a seat bar in because I was lazy, and I went from one corner of the roof down to the slider and back, so it's a big X. And Andre's little doodad he sent me has a bar that's like basically a seat bar that connects the two. So now at some point in time I have to cut that somehow and fit a bar in there. And that sounds terrible.
Sounds like a lot of hood work.
Yeah. But that frame rail probably weighs 4.5 pounds. So to drop, 2 or 3 pounds off of the damn chassis and just run a couple tubes would be nice.
Moose Knuckle said there's a guy in Operation 11 that does a lot of printing and making trailers, truck beds, and skid steers.
Oh, that's cool.
Jay says, and find someone to 3D print a TJ grill for it.
If I could find an affordable 10 scale skid steer, I'm in. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But
why?
I don't know. I'm in.
Actually, we saw a couple when we walked out in that back lot. They were just outside in the very back field.
Really?
When Jordan and I were walking, yeah.
I may design one to be the first one ever, first in the world.
First in the world.
Put a mower behind it, mow my grass.
I'm gonna find new friends.
Yeah.
Take me with you. All right, so those are going in a box.
But Jay, I don't know who. I know Scott was making some Michigan stuff. He was making those cages for a while. I don't know how he's doing, because I know we had to have some. I thought he said it was some small procedure, so I don't know where he's at there as far as recovery, but he might be able to do it. Scott Limpert was making them. He might do another one. I'm not sure. I'm out. I don't know about Jordan doing any custom work like that, but I'm out. Capo RC, dude, everything that guy makes, or those people make, is freaking expensive. I don't need a skid steer that bad. I'll take a 3D printed one with like some little 380 motors or something that just works and doesn't really actually have to do a whole lot. I'd take that.
Yeah, so I think Capo, if I remember right, I saw a short video on his, and it's like you remove the seat, and then you put the battery in behind the seat and plug it in, and then put the seat back, and yeah. It's like working hydraulics and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, holy crow. No thanks.
Rudy said 14 scale skid steers are expensive enough. How much is a 1/10 going to cost? Probably a lot. I would guess 25% more at a minimum.
Really not.
Your anti-wrap shackle.
Just
Yeah. It's just hanging.
like
Well, I
a
was
whole
thinking
ton of
the
balls.
bar wasn't connected to the shackle. I was like, there's no way it hangs down that low. But then I realized that the shackle is connected to the bar and it's just flopped down.
I need to do mine again, apparently. I got hung up on it a couple times. I think that's probably what kept me from getting on that big rock when I blew the ring and pin.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
See, I kept getting hung up on the transfer case skid. That's why I just put the flat
Yeah.
skid on it. Stupid thing.
You don't think so? You don't think that's what hung me up?
I don't know.
Couldn't help.
Now it might be my anti-back wrap bar that does hang. Might have to maybe weld on a little.
So what I did was that shackle has a little, like 2 little indents.
Yes.
I drilled into one of those
Oh, that's smart.
and then cut off
Oh, so you moved your pivot point up one?
Shortened it.
Yeah.
Or shortened it?
for this one, maybe.
So you went and then
Yeah, and this one.
Seeing the turn signals, did you use the turn signal amber stuff?
I did.
You like it?
Yeah.
that's a shortcut.
Good.
See, and yours it tucks up like transfer case height, so that
Yeah.
works good.
Any future plans on the old YJ?
Drive the balls off of it.
What'd you do with this back bumper? How did you make all of that?
Full custom.
Dang, boy.
So is that like a solid steel bar then? You started with?
Yeah, that was 1 inch by a quarter, I think, flat stock.
Okay. Oh, 1 inch? Damn,
Tall.
you cut that in half to begin with then.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dang.
Dang, boy. Dang, that was good right there. Hell, you what?
Little clearance and a couple spacers. She good to go.
Drill some holes.
Yeah, why is that sit so low? Well, part of me wonders if
You need to flip it.
can I.
No, I bet the mount that holds the T case from the top is spaced above the original metal plate.
That's what it is then.
Yeah.
All right, nothing.
So that's you're probably missing by the size of the spacers that are in that little small bag with the screws.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo.
Nailed it.
Got him.
So now my question is, can I be a complete cheap ass and cut this in half?
Oh, and I know where you're going. Make the skid and the transfer case the same level. Like you can see the transfer case?
No, I was saying cut this in half this way
Okay.
Put it on one and put it on the other. I knew that's where he was going.
because I don't
Yeah.
really need it.
Full bottom armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the case, why don't you just make your own little thing and just be done
your
with
own,
it?
Your own.
Because I have already looked into that and taken the grinder going. Yep.
We're good helpers.
I like how he refuses to do it.
Come on.
He's like, nah, I ain't doing
do
it.
it.
Because I think I can slide it forward, re-drill a couple screws, and then have.
But would you not want it this way? Because one of them's going to have.
I think the front has the bigger offset
Yeah.
for the front axle because it goes way sideways.
But it's made for the Toyota and the RC and the Chevy that are on this side. That's why it's so close over here.
Yeah.
It's made for the drive shaft to go that way.
Well,
Yeah,
that
so I mean, I could
that is
use-
shorter too.
Use this half for the YJ, and then use the back half for the.
Moose Knuckle, have a good night.
Later, man.
This is a bit early for me tonight.
Yeah. Thinking the same thing.
I'm getting there. Yep.
Yeah, I've been fading.
Jordan's just defeated over there. His axles did not turn out good.
I mean, realistically, any used axle you get should probably throw new fresh bearings in it anyway. So.
Yeah. Or wait till they lock up and then be like, hey, I need to rebuild these.
Well, they were well on their way.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got some good runs in there with those bearings, especially that back one as much as it moved. Because that one went sideways.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was real nice.
Just want to tell you in person how nice that vinyl looks, by the way.
Thanks. There's a
Whatever.
couple of spots that aren't perfect, but
Are those cricket stickers? Yeah, it came out good.
I think as much as people came in one side and went Ermagerd on the YJ and then came in the other side and Ermagerded about the Blugaburb, if we'd have put them together, there would have just been like full orgasm in the middle of our canopy. They were like, oh, I'm so close!
we wouldn't have been slipping and sliding in the mud.
Yeah. It would have been real sticky. Stuck right to the ground. Yeah.
Red and tacky.
It was also, I don't know if you noticed, because your collection is not as like varied, I guess. But I thought it was really interesting
Coming
to.
from the guy that had a whole row of
Square body,
square
square
Hey,
body.
bitch!
Yeah.
I had a whole shelf of samurais for one. I had 4 freaking Jeeps on the other side. Thank you very much.
Also, I never once tried Glenn's scale driver.
Oh, good job. Anyway, as I was saying though,
Good story, bro.
yeah, cool story. Hey, actually, look what I brought. I don't think I took all my tools out of this, so I may. Anywho,
I think I'm most proud about my spare tire carrier.
damn it, I missed one. I need to give this to Chris Minton. Told me he didn't buy one from me.
How many chances?
Huh? 2.
Okay.
He's not watching the video.
I was watching. I saw him take it. It may not be in this box. I have a shitload of different tools that I've gotten from different companies, but I guess they're not in here. Oh, that's that bumper. I guess we're not in here. Sorry, Bray.
It's alright.
Sorry to let you down.
I was just being a cheap ass and not wanting to spend $7 or whatever it is.
I get it.
Did you set it down in mud to take a picture one time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted.
You rudely interrupted yourself.
No, you rudely interrupted me. Anyway, it was interesting to see what people were drawn to over there. Because some people made a beeline for Metric Matt's Toyota, because they're just Toyota people, whatever. They're like, remember Toyotas and stuff. Other people were very, like the lowrider stuff. There was a couple of dudes that really liked the show truck, like where it was headed, you know, whatever. And that one kid that picked up all the samurais and stuff, which was not a good look. And just, you know, there was a couple people that really liked Matt's dually. I think a lot of it, like a lot of the comments I got were because it was dirty. Like, how do you get it so dirty? I'm like, he took that bitch down in the creek. Like,
Right.
it went down the hill.
Yeah.
And the reason the dually fenders are so dirty is because it wasn't wide enough to fit. And he was just like,
Right.
it is now. Yep. So,
Yep.
It just cracks me up that, like, I really like the way this turned out, but people are still so drawn to that damn YJ.
I know.
That YJ.
I know.
Which makes me
it's a
really-
tube. It's a tube.
But it's
Yeah.
so simple. All the other.
I got a lot of comments on Nillabear too. I did get a lot of comments on Nillabear for sure. I probably had as many people trying to buy that as I did my dually and my burp.
Oh, really?
For sure.
I didn't.
Is that for sale? No. You would just put a number on it? Fuck you. No. Leave me alone. I had 2 people actually throw out numbers for a couple trucks, 2 or 3. And I said no. And it wasn't hard necessarily because I'm with the Burb being so new and Nillabear being so new, I was like, no, I'm not getting rid of it yet. But there were some big numbers thrown around over there.
Well, Glenn came over, like, I don't even think it was lunchtime on Friday, and was like, so, would you be mad if I sold the Nillabear?
Sure.
I'm like, well, how much? So he told me. I'm like, I mean, more than double your money.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, almost double your money on everything, because it was as is. He goes, would you build me another one? I said, no.
Yeah.
And he goes, that answers my question.
Fair enough.
You got yours. I'm on to the next person on the list.
The decals on that YJ kind of remind me of the graphics on a Scotch VHS tape box. Yes.
Yes.
The blue stripes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, I had a offer on the Nillabear that was probably somewhat similar to what Glenn had, but I know that I've already sold one and had you build me another one. The coming back to you again saying, "Hey Jordan, I sold that again. Can you build me a third one?" If you would do it, would be in 2027 because I know now what your schedule looks like and stuff. And I was like, I can't.
Yeah. Right.
I can't sell Fat Jenny.
Well, like going from number 2 to number 9
Yeah.
was worth it for you.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I like that buggy a lot. Like, I think in my mind, a juggy for me, that's what that looks like. 1-to-1, 1/10 scale, whatever. Like, I really like that thing.
Yeah, I was telling Metric Matt, the only thing I don't like about your buggy is
I own it, and not you.
no is I really like the tube work in the back, but there's not a whole lot of body panel there, but it's enough that it covers up a lot of that tube work, and I really like that portion of the tube work.
I've wondered if I could, whatever, cut it like coming around where the back of it comes up for the wheel arch. You can cut it somehow and then open that up where the two bars are the same and kind of split. But then I'd want the taillight panels there. So then with just those two bars, I think it would look kind of weird. So I don't know that there's a good way to do it.
No, I don't think there is. Just like with Glenn's, I think it would have been cool to leave part of the door bar open. But then it just made the body panels like these awkward looking couple of triangles.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, that wasn't. Because he had talked about leaving one of the panel nuts off so that he could do that. And then I taped it off and I said, nope. And put a panel nut on it.
Yeah. It is really nice to do, like, building your own stuff and everything that I've kind of noticed where you can have an idea and then, like you said, just I've got that like 3-inch wide tape. You just kind of lay it across there and go, what would these panels look like? You mess with it and you're like, that seemed like a good idea, but damn, I'm glad I tried that first because that's shit.
Matt says he's going to leave the dirt on the dually.
There you go.
As he should.
Probably get tariffed for bringing Kentucky dirt up to Canada. That dirt's going to cost you, eh?
Yeah, I'm glad to see he's, he messaged us that he got home and then he's commenting here that, he didn't get sent to El Salvador.
Yeah.
From the
Or
border.
Alcatraz. I saw where he was talking about opening Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll never happen, but that's a little wild.
Looking at your engine over there, did you find the oil pan?
No.
No.
What now?
The scale V8 that I bought from Kirby.
The RC 4-drive one?
No. It's SSD.
That's
one.
SSD.
Oh, okay.
But when I found it, it had the block and like one head on it. And then we sat there in all the boxes and we're piecing it all together. And I was like, oh, awesome, I found all the pieces. And then I got back and I actually like assembled it.
I realized you don't have an oil pan.
And realized I didn't have the oil pan. So I went back over there and I looked on that table a couple more times, but I never did find it.
Yeah. My scale V8 in the show truck doesn't have an oil pan. So I'm going to have to get a hold of RC 4-drive and ask if I can get an oil pan somehow or something.
Have a good night, Playboy.
Later, man. Make sure to like and all that stuff on the way out, please. All right, you boys ready to send this bee home?
Yeah.
Okay. We are out. Appreciate you checking it out. Make sure to hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you're not, which I don't know that anybody is not at this point that's still here, especially if there were some new faces, new names, whatever the hell.
Good night, Dozen.
So,
We will see you next time.
we will see you next time.
Maybe.
All right.
Swampers RC, good evening.
Hey.
And goodbye.
Yep, we're out,
Yep.
man. Later, Dicks. It was good seeing you guys again. For sure.
It's been so long, Dustin.
Oh. Night, Wayne.
Yep. John Wayne.
John Boy. All right. John Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Ryan, see you later.
Later,
Oh,
Ryan.
goodness.
And good night.
My ass hurts. So it's October, sir.